Welcome, guys, to today's episode of Adventaria Voliguard. This is episode 4. Now, quick recap as to what our adventurers were doing last episode. Last episode, they had ventured off with Bon Vind to go scare away a pesky merfolk boy who was essentially just making his life miserable as he's fishing. They were able to successfully scare off said merfolk boy. Bon had a great time fishing. On their way back, they were ambushed by a pack of 3 kobolds. Ivor fell into a pit but was luckily saved just in time before he fell into it. Then they also were met during combat with a jackalwere. After they swiftly took care of the kobolds, jackalwere had taken off. The adventurers had followed this jackalwere into the forest where they met Alora. After meeting Alora, they headed back to town, and Pierre had actually went and opened up the back door to the alchemist and apothecary store and had borrowed a very important looking tome from the apothecary building. So that is where we are going to leave off. We have our adventurers in town back in Voliguard, and here we go. You just stole the book.
Yes, and I am immediately heading back to the treehouse to try to read this book.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the farm. I'm gonna talk to Olgart.
Okay.
And see if I can procure some land and start building a home.
Okay.
And
I am going to go get some rest.
Yes, because at this point it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You guys left.
24 hours. Yeah,
it's been a long day and a half now at this point because you guys left your adventure with Bon at about 3 o'clock in the morning. 2 hours prior to that, you were just getting back from the cave where you saw the cursed drow mage. So, you're getting some rest. You're going to go talk to Olgart on the farm.
Yep. And
you're going to go read the book? Okay. So, let's go ahead and have you walk up to Olgart, who's in the fields.
Okay. Olgart! Olgart!
He's going to stop what he's doing. Look over.
I'm gonna.
Hey! I have your cattle.
Oh, do you now?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. How is Jaga doing?
You know, he's doing a whole lot better. His eyes looking good. He's up and about. His legs not bothering him quite as much anymore.
Okay.
I think he went off to a morning hunt a couple hours ago, so he'll probably be back around midday. What can I do for you?
I was just wondering if I can procure some land from you so I can build a home over by the shack that you let us sleep in.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like off in the forest area where the other tree is, where the other person bought some land.
So, he's gonna point off to the distance. You mean like over to the left of the other Hexel tree?
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of, again, he's gonna look out, do the same thing he did before. Size it up. Well, how much coin you got today?
I don't have much, Olgart. I only have about 50 coin.
50 coin.
I'm willing to part ways with it for some land.
Do you have any special traits or abilities that you might be able to work part of your land off?
I do, actually. I am a guild artisan, very specialized in carpentry, and I can also tie ropes as well. I kind of noticed when I was walking up to your home that your front door was a little broken into. I don't know what happened there. I can possibly fix that for you.
I believe that was the day I was so excited you guys were bringing back my son. I busted right through the door.
I noticed that there was cracks on both sides of the door. If you want, I can widen the door so you can walk comfortably through your door of your own home.
You know, how about we give you the same size plot just to the left of your new friend Pierre here. Does that work for you?
That works wonderful.
Here's what I'll do. You give me 25 gold today, and you'll work off the other 50 gold helping me build some things around the farm.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay. So he's going to actually write down, so you're getting, I'm going to kind of outline the plots of what you guys have.
Okay.
And that won't be outside, it won't be inside the where your shed is anymore, obviously.
Right.
So if you look right now, I'm just doing a quick sketch here to give you an idea.
We're kind of like there.
Sorry, I'm just jotting down
Oh
something.
yeah,
real quick.
you're good.
So, this right here. If you look at this, this is where the farm is, right? This is where like their main house is. This is like the land where their farming is. This is kind of where they have their cattle and their stable. This is where your shack is.
Right.
This is Hicksel tree 1, Hicksel tree 2.
Okay.
This is where Drew's, assume if I'm putting it somewhere in the center,
Right.
where Pierre's homestead's going to be. So you're going to be this plot over here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be that. So you have 25G down. So be sure to mark that off on your.
I got my copy.
And then 50G loan. And you're gonna be able to just work that off for him in time.
Right.
So I'm just gonna give that to you so you have that as like a reminder. And we're gonna also have that say that serves as like the deed that they wrote up. Imagine that's a very elaborate deed that Ulia helped put together for you guys.
Okay, cool. Sounds perfect. Is Miss Ulia around anywhere?
She's probably out at the stand or just setting up the stand. I saw her about an hour ago putting together some of our produce.
Oh, may I ask where you guys procure your produce? Do you grow it here on the farm?
Right here on the farm, and he's gonna point off, and you're gonna just see just like luscious, thick. Like if you see, like where broccoli would be, or what you would imagine the broccoli there, just 2 or 3 times the size, very thick, luscious leaves, like no holes, everything, just beautiful.
Okay. Wow, I admire your farm. Just let me know when you want me to fix that door, and I will start heading to the plot that you've given me and start building some stuff.
Absolutely, will do.
Thank
and
you.
He's gonna pick up his hoe and go right back to it.
Okay. So at this point, I'm just gonna head back to the plot over here, or I'm gonna head back to the shady,
the shady shack.
The shady shack.
The shady shack. All right.
I'm gonna be very quiet because I know Ivor is asleep. I'm gonna unload my stuff that I got, the short sword. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put my potions down. Start rolling up my sleeves and start crafting some parts for a home.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, cool. Now, Pierre, how I'm going to treat the book is essentially you're going to go through a period where you're going to need to do some research on different pages in the book. So you're going to have a leveling stage for the book, and then as you level through it, you'll start unlocking more pages that you'll have access to do. And you'll be able to read and understand. Like, some of it is in language you're going to be able to perceive. And other parts of it may have some notes that are very important that are different language, or there's some things that are labeled that don't make any sense to you right now.
Okay.
So we'll kind of like just start you off and just basically just be level 1 tome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially I'm just looking for anything that would suppress a transformation.
Suppress a transformation.
Like some sort of I think Wolf's Bane for a werewolf. Yeah. Something of that effect, but for the jackal. Something that would suppress its change.
Would it be like an herbal thing? Kind of like Wolf's Bane is like herbal?
Yeah, it'd be some sort of like some sort of chemical concoction, some sort of potion. Yeah, something brewed probably.
Interesting.
Okay. And Ivor's just sleeping at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're sleeping in the shady shack.
At this point, it's probably going to be about 9 or 10 in the morning. You've been sleeping for a couple hours.
Okay.
You've been working on. You went back to the shady shack. You were grabbing some supplies. Now, where are you going?
We have our guild artisan tools that we brought with us because our guild master kicked us out.
I'll take like a 2-hour nap too.
2-hour nap? Okay, so you all get a short rest in at least.
Yeah, these guys will get short rest, and I'm just gonna be sitting there crafting away, trying to build a foundation for onto like the tree. I'm gonna build a ladder leading up to the tree, same as Drew, and then start building off like around there.
And how far have you gotten on your? I know that you were working on your treehouse.
Treehouse is done. It's essentially, so there's a little ladder and like a stairwell that leads up to it. It's like 900 square foot. Basically, it's just one floor with a little room area and a door in front. It's just one open space. I've kind of laid stuff out. And then I've sort of got some stuff ready. It looks like I'm going to build a stable for Webb, my donkey.
Okay.
Down underneath the treehouse.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm basically crafting like what Drew said, basically. Essentially just something big, just a big old circular area that has an upstairs leading upwards to bedrooms and stuff.
Okay, so as you guys are working on that, we're going to push the day forward a little bit further.
Right.
Okay, let's give about noon 1 at this point. So where would you guys like to head?
After I'm done.
Wake up.
Yeah.
I mean,
so after I
Take the book back.
You gonna take the book back?
Okay. So I just finished up. I'm gonna go down to the shady shack and wake this guy up so he can go finish what I started. So I'm gonna like I'm gonna go to the stage. I'm like, hey, Ivor, wake up.
Whoa, what's up?
So while you were asleep, I spoke to Ogart and I got some land and I built a treehouse. So
Oi, that's wonderful.
yeah,
How much did it cost?
a lot of gold. He asked for 25 up front, and I told him that I'll work off the other 50, and that was our agreement. Here is the document, and here is our plot of land that we purchased. And I got a treehouse built. If you want to head in that direction and just check it out and finish up whatever you put your own flair on there, like, because I know you like to do that.
Oh yes.
All right,
I'm gonna be looking at the document. I'm gonna kind of scratch my head a little bit, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna grab the. Obviously, did you leave the guild backpack there or bring it back?
I left it at the spot.
Okay,
so just go ahead and
I'm
use.
just gonna grab my normal stuff.
Just go ahead and use the tools I left there. I'm just gonna roll my bedroll out and I'm just gonna crash. I've been away for a while.
I'm like, whoa, don't worry, Z. By the end of the night, we'll be in the treehouse.
All right, so
Oh,
now you're
thank
gonna be
God.
working on it. You got a full rest. He's working on his.
I'm gonna take a full rest.
I'm gonna stop by the farmhouse though and see if I can talk to Ogart.
Ogart?
Ogart,
yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna get to what Pierre's doing in town. So you're gonna see Ogard. He's still gonna be essentially when Z had gone there, he kind of just started retilling a new section that he just harvested. And by the time you're getting there, half day through, it is just completely perfect. He's done the whole thing through. It's all tilled up, and he's kind of just sitting there, just kind of sizing up what he wants to do next, kind of taking a break as you walk up. Ivor!
Oi, how you doing?
He's like, pretty good.
Long day?
Well, yes, coming a bit towards midday for me, but I've got quite a bit done, so I feel pretty good.
I'm gonna look up at the sky a little bit. Oi, it's second shift for me. I'm gonna reach in my pocket and pull out a little sack, and I'm gonna pull out 25 gold coin. I'm gonna be like, oi, anything Z does, I do. We're brothers. And I'm gonna give him, and then I'm gonna say, and we'll work off the other
25? Excellent! I knew I could trust you guys. I knew I could trust you guys. They're already paying off your debt.
And then I'm pretty much gonna walk back over to the treehouse.
And you're gonna start working on that. So now,
I need to ask him if where tree would be like, my bad. Where are some extra trees you don't mind cutting down so we can use some wood for the house?
Some extra trees.
And maybe a nice one for your front door. Mahogany.
I don't know if we have any of that here, but down there at the end, and you'll see like it's a long kind of like valley pasture that kind of leads out until you start to see the beginning of that wildwood. And you kind of see in the past where at the edge of where that plains kind of meets up with the beginning of the wildwood, there is some stumps and older stumps, and the closer you get to the wildwood, you see that they're more freshly hacked, as if he's kind of been working his way back.
Okay.
Anything you need back there, go ahead and take what you need.
Oi, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna shake his hand and then walk over to the treehouse to get to work. I'm gonna see what Z has already.
Yeah, so all I have is just like the foundation and like the roof over the head. I don't have anything furniture or anything else.
So now we go over to Pierre. Pierre, as you head into town, you see a bit of a hustle and bustle occurring out in front of the apothecary.
Okay.
You see, huh?
1 second.
No, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I run a relics deck.
John. Nice. Hey, John. Your voice is carrying really loud. Just let it. Just a tiny bit. Thank you.
Cool.
No, you guys are good. John just got that deep man voice.
He's a deep man voice in there, dude.
Really deep.
He's
your voice one of the characters.
Okay. So, as you see, this time you're examining more of the front of the Alcason Apothecary, because you see this is kind of like hustle and bustle happening out in front of it. And you notice that it's called the Double Top Mountain.
Okay.
The Double Top Mountain
Is the name of the
place to the right of the the fishing stand, which is the Alchemist and Apothecary.
I'm sorry, what was the name?
The Double Top Mountain.
Okay.
And out in front of them, you see this kind of feebly old woman. She's hunched over. She's got a crooked, spiny nose. And you will notice one very distinct thing about her. She has one blue eye on her left eye and one very rich amber gold red on her right eye. And she is seemingly complaining. She's doing a lot of pointing. You're not quite up on the scene yet. She's pointing a lot, and she's pointing at this and pointing at that. And you see 3 other figures there. You see 2 very burly, strapping men. 6 feet in height, broad shoulders. They have glorious yellow hair. Almost comically golden yellow hair. And behind them, who this feeble little old woman is pointing to and talking to the most is a very stoic, slender, pale-skinned individual.
Okay. What does his real face look like? Hair?
So,
eyes?
So describing the individual that you're talking about, not the 2 golden, handsome men.
The stoic individual.
The stoic individual. One moment, let me grab my thing for her.
What's a girl?
For her?
It is a her.
What?
It is a her.
Ooh. Ooh la la.
I can't miss this.
I'm getting the feeling of the guard, like a town guard, kind of. No?
Maybe the Baroness.
Oh.
So
wait,
maybe. I don't know.
So you see, as you get closer, it's a 6'1", tall, slender, pale woman. She is a Githzerai.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know what a Githzerai looks like, it's kind of the combination of Voldemort, a lizard, and a ghoul. Is that a pretty good?
Yeah.
If you push those 3 things together, you get a Githzerai.
Yeah.
Githzerai. And she's very still in response. She's kind of enduring this elderly lady's complaint. And are you going to walk up upon them?
Yep. I'm going to walk up to the old lady. Mm-hmm. Say, excuse me, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes.
This is yours. And here's 2 gold for allowing me to borrow it. And I would also enchant that back door, maybe get some sort of lock that's a little more effective.
See, I told you it was gonna be the new folk that have been entered this town. You can't just let any riffraff in here. And are you going to do it?
I'm sorry, man. Not new folk, just me. Z and Igor were not a part of it. It was just me.
So what are you going to do about this? You can't just allow anyone to walk into my place. I don't care if it's not locked. You can't just walk into my things and take my stuff.
I'm sorry, I thought I was loaning it. I'll take that 2 gold back then.
You're gonna steal my book?
No, the gold. I gave you gold. Look, on your book, old lady, there is gold on your book. But I will take that back.
There was no sign of for sale. I wasn't even open yet.
Yes, but you see, I have pressing matters. Matters that might protect the lives of your citizens.
Well, that's what I have these people for, Baroness. And she's gonna look over to the Gith. She's gonna take a look at you. You see, she's quite tall.
Okay.
Blood red eyes.
Okay.
She looks at you and she's kind of just sizing you up.
You're fascinating. I get here. It's amazing.
My family were some of the first.
Of course.
In fact, the first family here in Voliguard.
So why the bear?
The bear?
Yeah, the statue of the bear. You guys were the first ones here. I assume you guys built the bear. I'm curious.
Oh yes. Our people traveled here on great black bears.
Interesting.
They are protectors.
So any left?
Any of the black bears left?
Yeah.
None.
None.
Not but that one there. She points to the statue.
Okay. So, perhaps sometimes you'd like to fund an expedition. I will go find one.
I would quite like that.
It's nice to meet you. I am Pierre.
I am Adea Stormwolf.
Adea Stormwolf. Well, Adea, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it appears a bit of kobolds have started to run amok in the area. We escorted Bon Vin back here because we were concerned about other kobolds being in the area. And tomorrow, I plan on leading a party out to exterminate the kobolds. Now, upon doing so, I don't ask for any payment or request. It's my gift for allowing you guys to be here, even though some of you may not be so gracious. I'm gonna look at the old lady.
She's going.
But speaking of kobolds, I have some proof of death here in case you guys are offering any bounties. I'm gonna hold out the ears.
See, look at them. Kobolds. We haven't seen kobolds here in quite some time. Johannes, Bravo. Have you guys seen? And she's gonna pass one ear to each of them. She's on they're on like the left and right of her, and they're very proud of themselves. They're very puffed up. They're kind of got a grin on their face, and they're just kind of holding their point with her. They kind of look down at these. Kobolds? Psst. Kobolds ain't nothing. All right. Well, Ursula, seems as though this fine gentleman had no ill intent in taking your tome. Granted, he should have asked first before borrowing said tome. She'd be like, you can't just take my things like that. It's just not right.
Right, Ursula, I apologize, but when I explain to you why and what you might be able to procure for me, I think you'll be very interested. That is, if you're an artisan of your craft, or you're just an old lady selling books.
Why, I'm the very best! Now, my husband, he doesn't think I'm quite the best, but you know what? He's not always right. Vance, you don't know everything! And when she looks over, there's no one there. She's talking to air.
Interesting.
So, Vance, don't listen to him. I am great. You know this. We talked about this, Vance.
And I'm going to look towards Vase and I'm like, you should listen to the woman, even though.
See? Go read your things.
Well played.
And in seeing this, Adea is just sitting there. She understands the plight that may be befalling Ursula and why she's discussing or having conversation with her very not there husband. I'm
gonna turn towards Adea. Mm-hmm. Say, well, since I'm talking with you, two things.
Yes.
One, I now represent a guild called the Iron Burgess.
All right.
And we would like to buy a plot and build a guild hall here. And we would love to start off with a bang. So if you have any contracts, bounties, or any work, I would be happy to take it upon myself and Z and Igor.
Well, it seems as though a new contract has arisen.
Okay.
It looks like we have a kobold issue. Some new information that was just provided to me.
That's very convenient.
If you eradicate, remove, push away these kobolds, provide proof you did so, let's just say the plot is yours.
Very well. And materials?
Materials? That's a different story. You may have to talk with our blacksmith.
What might his name be?
Our blacksmith name is Grod Tarsh. And she's gonna kind of point.
Is he an orc?
He is. And she's gonna kind of point over in the area of where the forge is. That's the Tarnished Shield. That is his plot, and that's conveniently who you will be next to.
Very convenient. When the time comes, I will talk to him. But first, something I need.
Yes.
Also, the strongest fighter in this town, who might that be?
And then Johannes and Bravo will kind of puff up.
Besides these two. I'm sorry, but showmanship isn't a real talent.
This guy over here, Mr. Tough Guy, thinks he knows it all. Are we not tough enough for you? And Adea's gonna look over at them, kind of like she's gonna put her hand on them. That's enough, boys.
I hear those that are loud often are trying to compromise something they don't have.
I have everything I need. What about you, brother? And he's gonna pick up a log, sizable log, and just dig his hands in and just split it in half with his hands. I think I have everything I need.
Intriguing. But you don't think they're the strongest, so who is?
The strongest? You may have to speak to, well, you know, I think he's the strongest here by far. If you were, I don't think you'd ever be able to get him to fight. You have to speak with my brother.
And who might that be?
My brother is Arlid. Arlid Stormwolf. He's the great healer of Voliguard.
Okay.
And she's gonna go ahead and point over to his plot. He's over at the Healing Helix.
Yes. Well, I don't want to bother a healer. You see, a healer getting injured is no good. Say, would you be able to part with these two for a day?
So look at them.
They're eager to,
They're already. My turn this time, brother! And it's gonna be Bravo, who's going to be joining you for whatever quest you need. And she's gonna say, well, it looks like Johannes will be the one to help you on your quest today. And Bravo's gonna be like,
excellent. Johannes, here's 3 gold. I need you, we have a tree house, and on the land of Olgard. I need a fence built by the time I'm back tomorrow for my quest. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to take my leave and go talk to Ursula.
and as you're kind of walking away, because Ursula's kind of like went back into her building, you're gonna see him like complaining, like pointing at the gold and talking with Adea, and Adea just kind of once again just enduring another complete session, this time from Johannes, and Bravo's just chuckling and laughing because he thought he was going on this wonderful quest, sniped from him, only to then be replaced with a chore at that point. So you're gonna then be following Ursula, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her.
Okay. And you do. You approach the location where she's at, the double top mountain, the alchemist and apothecary.
Ursula.
What do you want? You know I'm not a big fan of you.
I know, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Now I'm going to tell you because no one's going to believe you. There's
Okay.
a child plagued by a curse, a changeling curse. It causes her to change at night, much like a werewolf, but I think she's a werejackal. I need something to suppress that. Do you have the ability to do so or no?
She's gonna spin around, and as you kind of get to pan across the room as she spins around, she got this desk that you kind of met her at. But as she's kind of like thumbing through and looking through different books and panning through different things, you start to see this space you're in.
Yeah.
Right? You see over to your left a font and basin. And atop this font is a glass dove.
Okay.
Underneath that, you see a hamper behind the desk. You see some pegs lying next to the hamper, seemingly to replace the falling legs of the desk. She doesn't seem to be all that handy. Things are just kind of shantily put up as far as the wares inside of the building. There's a large table workshop in the back. In the front, you kind of see this here. This is kind of like a cutout of the layout. You walked in through this entrance here. There's a desk there. That's kind of where the hamper is. And you see an expansion back area where you see the work desk. And you see a bunch of vials. Tons of smells, vibrant flavor smells, and just endless vials of different colors throughout this entire space. And she's gonna kind of turn back around. You know, this is quite old, but This might do. I'll need to work on this, but come back later today. I need you to get me some ingredients. We might have something here.
Sure. I'll get you whatever you need. And Ursula.
Yes?
This is to work. I will need one once a month.
Once a month.
If it suppresses for 30 days.
Yes.
Not, I will need it quicker. And I will pay whatever you need for it, but I need it quickly.
Ooh, this will be fun. Yes.
Here's a piece of gold for being discreet about what I've asked you.
All right then. And she's gonna take one of those coins and she's gonna flick it over her shoulder. Here you go, Lorthier. And the coin is just going to hit the ground and tink and roll. And you see,
Man, you gotta learn how to catch.
And you see over in the corner, there's many different coins and little trinkets and things. Some older and some webbings cobbing over that area. Oh, Lorthier, run along now, run along.
She baddie.
Very interesting, Ursula.
What? You know, thank you so much. You know, you're not so bad.
We'll come to have an understanding, yeah?
I think so. I think we can. And she kind of adjusts her glasses, and they're just like weird, thick chunks of almost like a cleared marble that seems to be helping her sight in some way. Maybe it's enlarging her eyes at the very least. She's very, very wonky.
Go back to these drops.
Monocles. Okay.
After that.
And she's gonna kind of fervently be looking through papers and kind of sizing up different vials and scratching and jotting down notes, kind of sliding back and forth between the different things as you leave the building. Over back to Ivor.
Ivor has been busy.
Okay.
So I went back to the house, the new tree house, and Z had the foundation, the bottom floor, and pretty much the walls done.
Okay.
So all it needed was a roof, so that was what I started on. And then after I was done with the roof, I went down and I cut down some trees and I made 2 beds, 4 doors, 4 nightstands, 2 giant chests, 2 wooden tables, 5 wooden chairs, 5 10-foot ladders, and 1, it's like an L shape, but we're gonna use it as like up top on the, it's like a winch kind of type deal.
Okay.
To take heavy stuff up
to hoist things up.
So then I'm gonna start moving that all in there, and then the first floor is just an open area with the kitchen kind of to do food on one side, and then in the middle of the area is a big old fire pit.
Okay.
And this is where it's gonna get interesting.
Okay.
So from the fire pit, there's a sandish cement mortar chimney kind of starting.
Okay.
And it goes into the bottom of the floor of or basically the bottom of the floor, the top of the ceiling, and then the smoke goes up in there, and then it goes out throughout the wood floors. And it basically heats up the bottom of the wood floors, and then upstairs is Z's bedroom, my bedroom, and a store all room.
Cool.
I have built.
Awesome.
And,
wow.
I'm kind of just putting up I'm just finishing up making the fire to get the tree house warmed, and then I'm gonna go wake Z up.
Okay. And as you're going to wake him up,
Oi! P!
Very impressive, Igor. Well done.
I'm gonna open up the door, and I'm gonna how do I want to do that? I'm gonna put 1 foot on the ladder, and I'm gonna put the other one, and I'm just gonna slide down it. I'm gonna be like, how's your day?
Even more impressive. It was great. I talked to the Baroness.
Oi, a woman?
Yes, a gift woman.
Oi.
She I think we're gonna have a good relationship with her.
Boy, that's outstanding.
We have a plot. She's connected me with the blacksmith, so we'll build our guild hall. And if you build it anywhere near this treehouse, it'll be amazing. We'll build that when we finish tomorrow's job. Listen, you guys had a lot of good things to say about the son of Ogre.
Oi.
I haven't met him yet, but can he be trusted?
I'm gonna kind of think about it for a second. I'm like, well, I would trust him, but then again, I only trust Ogart.
Tybalt's not here, as usual. Our companions have left us high and dry, but we'll need someone tomorrow. Maybe invite him along.
Okay.
We need to talk to him before we go, though.
Oi.
But anyhow, I pal around with you guys for a little bit. Are you going to get Z?
Yeah.
Let's go get him.
I'm gonna walk over to the Shady Shack, and then... Oh, shit. Well, before we walk over there, I'm gonna kind of, cause I made our house only needed 3 doors. I made the extra door for Ogart.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of a bigger, rounded one, and it's got fancy stuff on the sides of it. And then in the middle of it, carved into it, is his initials, O or U.
L.
U or U or
OL?
Yeah, OL. Yeah. And then on our way walking to the Shady Shack, I'm gonna put it on their front doorstep because obviously they're probably eating dinner around this time.
They're not out and about right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother them. I'm just gonna set it there and
Okay.
then we'll continue to the Shady Shack.
Okay.
And then when we get there, I'm gonna open up the door and go, "Oi, Z, wakey, wakey."
Oh, what time is it? Like, what time of day do you...
You're looking at about 4 p.m. at this point.
Back out, look
4 to 5.
and be like, "Oh,
How much
we still got about 3 hours."
How much time was I out for? I don't remember what time it was.
12, 1, 2,
Long
3,
enough.
4, 5.
You feel rested?
Yeah, 6, 7 hours.
I feel good. I think I've had a long rest.
Why don't we go
What's
get
happening?
mail? We've been going nonstop since I arrived at this town 2 days ago.
Right.
Why don't we get some mail?
I'm gonna put my hand out and grab Z and one swell hoop.
Oh God!
Up. Like, oi, let's go.
Ivor, you're too strong. How's the treehouse going?
Oh, in fact, get all your shit. Get it all. Get it all.
Oh, you finished
It's
it.
done, brother.
Oh, great. So I'm gonna like just hustle and bustle, get all my stuff, and make sure I grab my mug off the little walls.
I'll grab anything that's been left.
Yeah. I'm gonna just strap myself up. I'm gonna be proudly walking to the treehouse. I'm gonna look at that treehouse and I'm like, oi, Ivor.
I'm be like, oi, it gets better. Just put all the stuff right here, right, and then I'm gonna run up the ladder.
I'm gonna go ahead and unload all my stuff onto that little cart.
All of a sudden, you're gonna see a rope come down with a hook on it. I'm gonna be like, oi, attach it.
Okay, so I'm gonna attach the hook to this little cart that he's got going on. I'm gonna be all like, what?
We'll never have to lift again, brother.
No!
I'm gonna move it on there, and then Z's gonna come up, and then like,
I'm gonna just
I'm
admire
kind of
it.
standing behind the door at this point like this. I'm gonna be like, you ready for this? And I'm gonna step aside, and in our door is engraved CC-101.
Okay.
And Z's gonna see
I'm gonna
that.
notice that. I'm like, oh, this brings back memories, Ivor. I can't believe it's only been 2 years since we've left this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crack open that door,
Master
and I'm
Gap
just gonna
would
be like,
impressed, wouldn't he?
well, yeah. Garp would definitely be impressed with us.
Garp.
God damn it.
we're gonna walk in and I'll be like,
I'm gonna wipe away the tears real quick. Hold on.
the old man taught us one last thing before we left, and it's gonna be that motorized chimney that's kind of sinking down from the roof. That's like the last thing like he kind of taught us before we left.
Alright, I'm like,
awesome.
Ivor, I can't believe it.
It works. It heats the floors.
It's really warm in here, Ivor. I am so happy we don't have to sleep in that shady shack no more.
Heated floor.
I'm gonna pound on the walls. I'm gonna be happy.
I'm like, oh, we made it to our grade, so we can do anything. And I'm gonna drop an elbow into the floor, and it's not gonna break anything.
I'm just gonna like roll around the floor real quick and just admire the woodwork and stuff. I'll be like, all right, enough goofing around, Ivor. We got Pierre downstairs.
Let's go, people to see.
We got Pierre downstairs waiting for us. So
Listening to this racket upstairs.
The whole tree's just going side to side. We're gonna kind of hear that like sound. I'm gonna be like, oh, wait, it's time to go.
wait, what is that Pierre down there playing his flute?
Throw one last log onto the fire as it kind of just has coals going, just to keep it somewhat.
Wait, Ivor,
off.
that's not gonna burn the place down, is it? We just built this.
I'm gonna wink at him.
Oh, you're right. The chimney should be fine. All right, let's go downstairs and meet Pierre.
Let's get Jaga.
So,
Let's ask him to have a drink with us. I'd like to meet him.
Our son, Olgar's son, Jaga. Yeah, I've met him. He's a strapping young lad. He's quite strong.
I'd like him to come with us tomorrow.
When I spoke to Olgar, he said he was out in the wilderness hunting. I don't know how much time it's been, but I'm sure he's still out there somewhere.
I think he's been back by now.
Oh, he's back? Okay. Yeah, how about we head to the house and see if we can see Jaga
Sounds good.
and out from a drink.
So, are you guys heading? Where are you guys all heading right now?
We're heading to the
Back.
We're gonna go to the farm to see the
If we can
farmhouse to
find-
see if Jaga's there.
yeah.
Okay. You guys are gonna arrive, and when you do, you're just gonna see Ulia kind of like on the front porch, and she's gonna kind of wave at you guys as you pass by. And who's approaching her? Just all of you at once?
Yeah, I think the three of us are just together.
Okay. Yeah, 3 of us are together. We're just gonna walk up
I'm
and
just
be
gonna
like,
stop in front
hey,
of her.
guys.
She's
just kind of
waving.
wave. Hey,
How's it
Julia.
going?
How's your
Boy.
evening going?
Pretty good. We got a good amount done today. We sold a fair amount of produce at the stand.
I noticed there's a door
Got
there.
my boys?
Is that Ivor? Did you do that?
Boy.
All right.
I'd like to buy some feed from you guys. Remind me the day after tomorrow. I'll pick up some feed for my donkey.
Okay, we can do
I'd
that.
also like to purchase some chickens.
Okay.
And then if you guys could finish that draft for me about our contract.
Oh,
that
yes,
would be great.
absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Is your son here by any chance?
You know, I think he left earlier with Algar to the tavern. They finished early today.
Oh,
Excellent.
Boy.
That's
Thank
where
you.
we're going.
thank you, Miss Julia. We're gonna head over to the tavern now.
And then like
a wonderful night.
as we're walking away, I'm gonna turn back around and be like, "Oi, the new door."
The new
I'm gonna
door.
turn around and look at the new door. I'm gonna like
It's
get
just
Agger.
laying up against.
She's
the
just
side
gonna
of the
not
house.
realize at this moment. She's just say,
And,
"Oh,
so
how wonderful!"
since O's a pretty big guy,
Uh-huh.
it's funny how I made the door. It's kind of narrow at the bottom, and then it gets
Comes up
big
like
at
a
the top.
trapezoid
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
So she actually, to your astonishment, is able to pick up the door with, like at a stand. Not she doesn't like hunch down to get it. She just picks it up. This is absolutely wonderful. And she just like moving it like it's just a styrofoam door.
I'm gonna look and see. I'm gonna be like, "Boy, Z, it took me 2 trees to make."
Ivor, you split in two.
She's strong. We should start walking.
I am terrified, Ivor. Let's just go.
So give me a walking order as you enter into the tavern.
All right. I'll be in the middle.
Yeah, I'm just where I was walking on the left side of him.
Okay.
Right side.
You're going in first? Okay.
Right side of Z.
So, tavern at this point, pretty quiet. As you enter in, they don't have the fire roaring or anything at this point. Things are just being cleaned off. You see Mara again, just kind of checking and making sure everything's okay and kind of reassessing everything. She notices that you guys come in and kind of gives you a gentle wave, and then you see Derek at the base.
That the one that just waited.
Oh, Mara. She's the owner of this tavern. Her name is Mara. Mara, right?
Mara.
Mara. Yeah.
Mara.
Yeah,
What
Derek.
does Mara look like?
Mara is she's a human. She's mid-30s. She has a very stern, resting look on her face.
RBF going on?
Yeah, a little bit of RBF going on.
Does she have a wedding ring or anything on?
She does not.
Okay.
She does not.
Oh my.
She is at this tavern very frequently. This is her establishment, and you can kind of get that vibe based off of how she kind of is always kind of checking the vibe of what's happening in this building and whether or not people are having a good time. She's always kind of checking up on people, different crowds, things like that. You've noticed this before when you're in the tavern.
Should give this tavern a name.
What would you name it? What's your name? Speaking of names.
Starbucks.
Starbucks is your name. That's an interesting name. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. Are you new here?
Damn it. I'm sorry. My name is Pierre.
What? That's
Sorry, I don't give my name out very often. My name is Pierre, but seeing as I'm about to tell someone else in this tavern, my name is Pierre. I'm here. Yours?
why I'm Mara, and that is my name, just so you know.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you probably don't travel as much as I do anymore.
So you seeing as I never leave this place, it's probably most likely true.
Then how about the Nestling Nook?
The Nestling Nook.
You're nestled in here. It's got a nice little nook feel, a warm aura.
Derek! He's gonna be over at the counter. What do you think about calling this place the Nestling Nook? And he's gonna look back and he's just like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Is he your son?
He is not. He is my wonderful employee. Isn't he great? And she's gonna give him a thumbs up. And he's gonna be like,
Yeah, he's got a real knack for enthusiasm.
that he does.
Anyhow, Myra, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And your friends?
We've met before.
Oh, that's right.
My
name is
Travelers.
Oi.
You look a little bit more rested. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you from before.
It's all right.
We get a lot less uglier.
Yeah, we get a lot less uglier when we get a long rest.
Oh, you look just fine. And you're gonna see.
Aren't you sweet?
You're gonna
I'm
see
wink
Derek
at her.
kind of like pan the room. He's just been cleaning and looking, and then he sees you and he just goes pale.
That's right.
He just goes
totally
pale.
forgot
He's like-
about that.
He's like,
Is this noticeable?
oh yeah, definitely.
It's big time.
He doesn't see Asmars very often. Forgive him. I'm quite charming and intimidating.
I'm gonna walk over to the bar and I'm gonna lean up against him and be like, "Oi, 2 L's, please."
Don't forget Pierre. 3.
Two ales,
Or actually, three.
3.
So I'm gonna kind of lean in.
Push him away from the bar a little bit behind me. Hey, hold on, Z.
So is that like 2 ales now, or
That's 3.
you still want the 3? Is he gonna stay? Like, yeah, I'm not cool with him. I mean, he's man. I gotta be here the whole night. Like I can't.
As long as I'm here, you're safe.
You watch him, all right?
I will, like the back of my hand. Oh, that's new.
Like this job is already too much for me as it is, man. You can bring him back.
I'm gonna whisper.
As I got Z's hand here, I'm gonna reach my arm over and be like, "It's okay. We all suffer."
I'm just gonna lean in and whisper.
Crying,
I'm
man.
like, Ivor.
This job is really hard on me.
I'm just gonna whisper like, Ivor, please let me
So-
apologize.
Anyways, all right. And he just turns around slowly.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, there. If you want, just give me 3 cups, a big mug of ale, and I'll do everything."
He's like, here you go, man. It's just
Grab it. I'm gonna grab.
wait.
3.
I need a gold piece.
I'm gonna flip him 2.
Thanks, man. He puts both of them in his pocket. He turns around. He just grins.
I'm gonna be pouring that first one, being like, "Fuck, that's twice." I'm gonna empty that second one, empty that third one. I'm gonna turn around to Z and I'm gonna be like, "Oi, Z, let's stay away from the bar tonight."
I'm gonna go up to the bar and grab my L and just be like, just wave right there.
Hey, man. He's gonna make eye contact with you, like.
"Oh, this is Z. Come on."
So I wanna apologize to Derek.
trouble.
So
No,
give him 3 gold pieces for the troubles that I've caused him.
I'm gonna pull 1 coin out and I'm gonna be like, "There you go, Derek. That's from Z."
He says that I'm sorry.
that
Let him know
thing?
that I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then
Let him know
pull
that I'm
another
very
gold
sorry.
coin out and be like, "He's very sorry."
I think he's 1 more gold piece. Sorry.
I'm gonna kind of chuckle a little bit. I'm gonna pull that.
trouble I got in that mug, man?
Oh! I'm gonna pull out that third one and be like, "That's for the mug. My bad."
Thank you. Okay, like I'm out here trying. Like I work so hard, man. I got these thugs coming here. Sorry, you know. And thank you. I guess you know.
Ivor, are we good now? Can I come to the bar?
I'm just gonna turn around and like go find the open booth.
Okay.
All right, so enjoy your ales, guys.
Come over with Z, and then I'm gonna set the mug down in front of Pierre, and then my mug down, and then I'm gonna set the big mug of ale down on the table.
And I'm just gonna walk over the table
Like-
and sit down and just drink water.
Derek is going through some things, so
Did he accept my apology? Did he take my coin?
yeah, I think it's about the cup.
How many ales are there here?
There's 3, and then a big ol' one that we're just kind of pouring out of.
Do I see Ogart anywhere?
You do. You Algard and Jagar are kind of off to the side, having a quiet discussion together. They didn't really notice you guys. They were very entranced in each other during this situation.
Here's my plan of action, guys. By the way, thank you. How much do I owe you?
No.
Okay, sweet. Oh, thank you. First off, cheers to Ivor and Virtus.
Ching, 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 ching.
Drink it. Now, I am going to talk to them. I would like Jigga to come with us tomorrow because we will definitely need a hand. I have a feeling that tomorrow we'll be fighting more than 3 or 4 kobolds.
Ugh. You really think
Half dozen.
Allura's gonna bring
Dozen.
a lot?
She's not dumb. She survived this long.
She's smart.
She looked a little ragged, and she looked like she was quite in her teens from what I saw.
I'm gonna kind of lean in towards Pierre, and I'm gonna be like, you don't think she's by chance intertwined with the elves, do you? Because I really don't want to get into an arrow fight with the elves.
I don't think so. She wouldn't be with kobolds if she was still with elves.
Okay.
I kind of noticed that she had markings of kobolds. So you think she was a product of a kobold and an elf?
I do. I do. I think a horrible fate befell an elf woman. Maybe not enough to kill her because she speaks Elvish, so obviously she was raised Elvish.
Oh, that's the language that you were speaking. I was sitting there trying to hear you guys. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
She's Elvish.
Oh, I see.
And it was good. It was smooth. She's definitely spent time with elves. But the question is, why is she now with kobolds?
And why is she in with human society?
Yeah. It's because she was the jackal. The jackal we fought in the forest was her.
That's why you didn't want us to kill her, because you thought she was
Honey,
were jackal.
snap your nose.
We are going to,
You're good.
at all costs, not kill her. Knock her out if we must, but we don't kill her.
Very well. I'll do my best. And if we're gonna recruit Jaga, we have to go through Ogar first.
How old's Jaga?
Ogar said he was 22. So he's a young, strapping young lad. Very
we
strong.
Don't tell Jaga in front of Ogar about Alara. We just tell him about kobolds. Then, tomorrow, on our journey with Jaga, we'll get him up to speed. As long as he can be trusted.
I feel
It's
that
very
he can be
important
trusted.
if we bring Alara back to town that no one knows what she is or where she came from.
Are you sure it's a good idea to take her out of the forest?
She'll be given a choice. She'll come willingly, and if she does, we will trust her. I have other security measures in place. If she doesn't come willingly, because she is feral and wild,
That's what I'm afraid of.
we do what we have to do to protect those
If we
here.
bring her to town, do we just bring her straight to our homes, or do we show her around civilization? Because she is feral.
We'll need to teach her common, take her home first to the treehouse, my treehouse, and I'll get her tending chickens and stuff at first, and teach her how to wield a crossbow and protect our property while we're gone, until we can give her a good life and teach her common and integrate her with the town. But it is very important that no one knows who she is or what she is.
I'm gonna look at P and I'm gonna
Precisely.
The old lip zip.
The old lip zip, huh, Ivor?
And then I'm gonna be like, oh, P. I'm gonna finish off the rest of my mug, look over, I'm gonna fill up this one, I'm gonna slide it towards P, I'm gonna be like, take that with you.
The big one.
Oh, I'm gonna pull the small one back and I'm gonna push the big. My bad, I forgot who we were talking to.
Boy.
I'm gonna go over to where they're at.
Okay.
I'm going to say, Ogar. Slam that down, sort of. I walked up to in between where they were talking, and with my ale cup in hand, I'm going to say, and you must be Jaga.
That I am. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jaga. My name is Mark. Pierre. My name is Pierre.
Mark Pierre?
Mark Pierre. Yes. But you can just call me Pierre for short.
All right, Pierre.
Anyhow,
How you doing tonight?
I'm great, Jaga. I'm great.
Cheers, Ivor.
Are you familiar with Bonvin?
Yeah, the fisherman.
Yes. Well, we went fishing with him this morning to help him bring in the catch, and upon doing so, we came across some kobolds in the area.
Kobolds.
Yes, we were able to slay 3 of them, but Adea
Did you hear that, Pops?
has requested that our guild, which is currently just Z and Igor, who highly recommended you, Jaga, and myself, we've been asked to disperse the rest of these kobolds. And tomorrow morning, we are going to take care of them. Now, I could use another set of hands if you would be willing to accompany.
What do you say, Pops? Do you think you can handle the farm without me tomorrow? And he's gonna look over at him and be like, as if that's different than any other day, son. Oh, I help on the farm a lot. The longest time you've spent on the farm as of late is when you were completely incapacitated. So yes, by all means. This guy.
His guy.
Sure, especially since your friends were able to help me. Thank you again so much. I really appreciate what you guys were able to do for me. I thought I was done for.
Well, I wasn't a part of that. You can thank Z and Igor, they're very, very accomplished. They're very integrable.
We're gonna look over and just wave.
We're starting a guild. It's called Iron Virtus.
Iron Virtus. What does that mean? The Forest Truth?
Yes.
It's a fine name.
Yes. And when we come back from tomorrow, the goal is to build a guild hall.
A guild hall.
Yeah. Next to the blacksmith shop. The, what was that called?
Grod.
Yes, the Tarnished Shield.
Yes.
Yeah, we plan on building the plot next to him. But as you've seen, we've also bought 2 plots off Augart's property. Which, by the way, Ogart, sorry. Chickens. Would you have any chickens for sale?
Well, I do, but did your friends not get their chickens? They were supposed to get 2 cattle and 4 chickens.
They did. I believe I saw that.
We may have been having them in our stable just for the time being. I see you guys have been doing a lot of work back there, and that's very, very impressive. If they haven't got the 4 chickens yet, if you need more chickens, just let me know.
Just, I would like a couple for myself, please.
Oh, we absolutely can do that. How many would you like?
How much are they selling for a piece?
1 gold piece per 3?
Okay, I will take a dozen.
You got it.
Yeah, excellent. And I'll go ahead and give it to you now and let you get ahead of the night. And
Wonderful.
enjoy that drink from us.
And his mug, by the way, the big mug that you had, that's his regular mug. And they have like a primitive, like, just nailed in handle that they made into the mug for him specifically, as that it's his own personal mug that he has at the
I like it.
Nestling
nook.
Nestling.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of sit down and sort of look around and... Myra,
Yes. What can I do for you?
where's the music?
The music, we haven't had music in here in ages. We haven't had a bard nearby in ages as well. You guys are the first travelers, in fact, that we've had in months. Derek, spin us a charm! And he's gonna kind of walk out in the middle of the room. Just be like, oh yeah, guys. Good times. Ooh. He's gonna kind of just like...
Am I gonna like look over and just be like shocked?
Myra, what time does the bar fill up?
A couple hours from now. The sun setting a little bit further is typically when most of my patrons tend to come in. You know.
Then I will entertain.
Oh, will you? Well, that'd be wonderful. I was going to suggest if you can ever get Arlid out. He's quite amazing on the lute.
Arlid, Wolf?
Stormwolf. Yes,
Yes,
Stormwolf.
yes,
I know you're quite new, but that's pretty good. I can't believe you've even... Well, you did say you talked to Adea, did you not?
I did.
I'm sorry. I
don't
overhear a
remember
lot of
mentioning
conversations.
How much conversation do you overhear, Myra?
Well, I noticed that you were talking over there to Algard and Jaga. Bits and pieces here and there. I was able to pick out some names, that's all.
Can I make a deception or a perception check to see
Yeah.
if she's telling me the truth or not? 20.
She's telling the truth.
Okay.
She's just like,
I believe her. Okay.
yeah, every other word, she's like, you know, she hears like, Dea, and like words that are familiar to her, she was picking up on them pretty quick. But nothing you didn't want her to hear.
Okay. And at that, I'm going to say, thank you, Myra, and keep drinking.
Wonderful.
And we're just gonna be sitting at the table, just having our ales. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna lean over. I'm like, hey, Pierre, how'd it go with Ogre and Jaga?
Jaga will be accompanying us tomorrow.
Very good.
Went well.
What time should we head out tomorrow?
Early. I want to be at the clearing before she gets there.
Bond's not gonna be there either, so that's good. So you wanna like go right before sunset or before sunrise?
At sunrise, yeah.
Right at
Maybe
sunrise?
The first one's at.
Because I mean, I don't want to go there when she's like, you know, like.
But yes.
Been sipping, been like, eyes got wide, looking around like.
Derek 100%
Anybody-
saw you do that.
I'm gonna.
I'm sorry.
Do we make eye
ale.
contact? I'm gonna look at Derek and I'm gonna be like,
He's gonna sink underneath the bar. And you just...
Forgive me, Pierre.
This job, man.
I've had a little too much.
I hate this job, man. So You guys have been here for a couple hours. At this point, the sun's starting to set over the ridge. You're still daylight out, but you start to hear some screaming in the streets. Sounds like it's coming near the farm. You're screaming. You hear someone's yelling.
Bolting towards it.
Yeah, we're just right behind him. He's leading the way.
We've seen P get up and leave, so
And it's dark
obviously,
now?
Yeah.
It is not. It's dusk, so it's still light out,
Okay.
but it's darkening.
All right.
Yeah, we're just gonna-
light just in case.
Okay.
And put a beam in front of us.
Okay.
And as I'm running, I've got my orb. My orb sort of out of my backpack and in front of me.
Okay.
And sort of circling around me as I'm
High or low?
low.
Slow. High or low?
High.
It's high. High or low?
Whoa.
It is 0. So I need you to give me a D4. So the nat 20 of is it a 1? So what you see, you want to grab your plot out for me, the deed of your land that you've purchased. Little sketch I did, this right here. So what you rolled over here. So you guys were at the tavern, which is like across the way. Right. The farm is within eye shot. You can kind of see what's over there. It, however small and maybe slightly obscured by some trees and things like that, you still have an eye shot on it. You see over in this area here, going towards the stable, a hill giant.
Yeah.
And it is, people are screaming, and they see it with this huge, massive club as it just bashes through and just swings and opens up the fence.
I'm gonna look at Z and I'm gonna be like, oh, you don't think Master Gap found us?
Oh, Garb! Oh God, no! Master Garb, no!
Garb.
I'm gonna rush.
It is a young hill giant. You notice this isn't quite as big as the hill giants you may have seen in the past.
I'm going to run towards it, and as I get towards it, I'm just gonna be like, hey, coming!
It's gonna notice you and just grunt and just smack down on the ground near you.
Oh.
One distinct difference you notice: deadness in its eyes. White, no pupils whatsoever, just a light glaze.
Just glazed over.
Can I check
black.
to see if he is,
What's this?
if I don't think he's in his right mind. 15 plus 8, 23.
You can tell he is under some sort of persuasion or curse.
Guys, we're gonna have to fight this.
And he's angry, and
Don't kill him.
And he's just
knock him out.
He's sizing up each one of you and just bam and slinging and hitting another part of the stable, just blasting open the
Let's
fence.
draw him away from the farm.
From my back pocket, I'm gonna pull out a piece of that dry fish still.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be trying to like tantalize him with it, and then I'm gonna try and point him back towards into the forest.
And I'm just sitting there yelling, hey, come over here!
You're actually
we're
having a
just
hard
kinda
time being able to distinctly
Trying to back away.
out.
Yeah, so we're just gonna be back on our
there
way.
he
Oh
is.
God, no!
There he is. So again, he's not quite as large as the hill giants you are used to seeing. He seems younger, or perceived to be younger, as he is smaller. However, still quite sizable. You're looking at a 15 to 20 feet in size creature in front of you.
I'm gonna pull out my shield and my crossbow.
I'm gonna need you all to roll for initiative.
14.
7.
4.
Or 8, sorry.
So I'm the highest of the player characters.
So I'll just go this direction, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him anyways. I don't know where my 1 is, sorry.
And 3.
Get the ugly boy. I'm sorry, can you tell me your numbers again? I'm running back.
14.
14, 2 was what?
8.
8, you rolled 8?
Yeah.
Give me a high-low.
Hello?
Oh, me. Hi.
High? Okay, you'll go first. Not first. And you got a 4. Okay. So, number 1, go ahead. You see this young hill giant getting closer. He's kind of getting. He doesn't seem too directed at his aggression. It's just anything in his path. He's just plowing through whatever's there, pounding and smashing.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
6 goes off. D10. Plus 1 plus. So 4 points of damage.
4 points damage. Okay.
Yep. And I'm using my movement to continue to go backwards.
Okay. And as you do so, you see the Eldritch Blast kind of hit him, and it kind of just as it reaches his height, it seems to kind of wobble a little bit as you were getting that distance. It kind of hits and dissipates on him, and he just kind of slowly goes like that as it seemingly ricochets off him when it made contact. And again, he's just coming through and kind of closing the gap and smashing as he goes through, smashing the ground, really destroying that stable that is just to the right of the farm. And up next, 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast as well. Okay. It goes off. Swing forward. Ugh. Sorry. 4 points of damage.
4 points damage, okay. And that was an Eldritch Blast, you said?
And for my movement, I'm going to do a Pierre did just back away.
Okay.
Just trying to lead him towards us.
And as you do, same thing. It's kind of like as it's traveling, it's strong when it first goes off. It starts to slowly lose its directional power of just being a nice straight, like almost like a spiraled football that's losing its spiral a little bit. And it hits, boom, knocking his other shoulder back, but he just puts it right back and he keeps moving and trudging through. Again, still those just dazed, dead eyes. Right. Just coming at you. And he's going to go ahead and make an attack on Ivor. Sorry, give me just 1 second here. Makes an attack on Ivor as he kind of crashes down his club. Uh, 14, does that hit?
No.
Does not hit. So he leans up, tons of anticipation on his swing, and he just comes down and smack. You can actually feel the debris as you jump to the side. You feel the debris kind of like shower you as he just leaves this huge crease right in the soft soil. Boom! As his mallet comes down, he kind of sinks in as he wiggles and pulls it out. Again, with just that dead look in his eyes as he kind of looks down at you and just kind of pans the room on his swing. Then we'll go ahead and move over to Ivor's attack.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so where the giant is, like where's the barn that he's attacking? Like what direction?
That's a good point. So, we have a pen there. We do not have a pen here. That's fine. I have a place marker. So what we'll do. We're improvising, right? Stable. House. Actually, no, you guys are backing away from the house.
Yeah, we're backing away.
Backing away.
We're trying to lead him away from the house because we know the house is pretty close to the stable.
Fair enough. He's like this, and he's just destroyed. This is just a pile of rubble at this point of where the stable was. This is the house. This is the farm.
Okay.
Is that a little bit more clear for you?
Yeah. Thank you.
And so at this point we have
Ivor's attack.
Ivor's attack.
How tall is he?
He's tall, 15, 20 feet. It's hard for you to get a good gauge of it, but he is a few feet taller than the peak of the farm's home. If they were level, it's kind of how you're sizing up the distance and size.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm going to run.
Okay.
And as I'm doing, I'm going to run in between his legs. And when I run in between his legs, I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow straight up.
Okay.
Oof. Wow. Well, nothing. That's a nat one.
Nat 1, huh?
So have fun
So,
with that.
as you come through,
I have my shield out if that matters.
he's going to, he sees you coming, and you the way you size this up, you didn't think he was paying attention to you. He kind of had his gaze in a different direction. And almost like he did a no-look pass, he just slams his mallet straight down to the ground as you go to slide underneath him with your shot. And you're shoved up against his mallet, and you kind of crack your head on the side of the mallet, and you roll down, and you take 4 points of damage as your head just kind of rings as you sit there as he's right in front of you. We move over to 3. Is that? No.
Yeah,
we're
no,
back to
he was 3, so we
you were
just
3.
reverted
Yeah,
back to
so back to 1.
Okay. So, what time of day is it? Like
It is
15?
still dusk, evening, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt, okay.
Yeah. So at this point, this time, my spell doesn't look like a typical Eldritch Blast. It's still that sort of weird, like, wisp. Except this time it's like a beam of crackling blue energy. And it's like, 16. Will that hit?
16 will hit.
Okay. So, take a d12. Come on, baby. That's cocked. 12, 11 plus 3. So 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Now, what this does is now that this... I'm like holding it, and we have this connection established between us. That's a concentration, so I can hold this up to a minute. So 10 rounds. On each of your turns for the duration, I can just use my action to do a 1d12 to him automatically.
Right. You don't have to
Correct.
roll for hit. It's hitting.
Correct.
Got it.
It's just...
Okay.
Yeah, literally like this, like this
Yeah,
character.
that's my...
Yeah.
Yep.
And as you do your attack and you have that chain brought between you, he's kind of it's noticeably hurt. He's just screeching out as he's kind of writhing in pain, still kind of pushing forward with his movement towards you guys.
Should my spell zero him out? I don't want to kill him. I want to pull off as soon as it zeroes him out.
As you were casting your spell, you see Jaga coming from the distance.
Okay.
He's screaming. He leans back and he just slings a javelin towards.
Don't kill him!
And it hits. And as it hits him, he deals. Oof. He's a strong boy. 8 points of damage.
Oh God!
As you see this thing just sink right into his shoulder, right where he's holding his weapon, and his arm just sinks down right where the mallet was dug in, where your head was ringing, sitting there. Boom! It falls over to the side, and he kind of goes down to one knee, and he's having a hard time, still with the deadness in his eyes. Even he seems to be losing more and more light in himself. And you were able to scream out,
Don't kill him.
"Don't kill him! Don't kill him!" That was in the middle of that throw.
Okay.
And as you do, he looks visibly in a lot of pain. A lot of blood coming out of that. You can see the tendons and arteries kind of like just gushing blood out of that shoulder where the javelin sank in as he's being electrocuted. Almost like the metal that's in the javelin sinking in is kind of coursing it further into his body.
Oh shit!
It's my reaction. Can I break off the spell?
You can.
Okay. I break it off.
All right.
Go over to you.
We're trying not to kill him right here.
Right. We need to knock him out.
I don't have any tricks on my sleeve to knock him out.
Just hit him.
All right, I'll try to go for Eldritch Blast.
You can declare before an attack that you're trying to zero out, not kill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and
If
zero
you guys
out.
are going with that rule.
Yeah, that's fine. If he's so in this situation, if you overkill, let's just say you expertly were able to get him down to
Okay.
just
Just
beforehand.
bring him down to
So,
his knees at
go
least.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right, spell goes off. I do another 4 points of damage.
4 points damage. And you do. So when you do these, this is an Eldritch Blast, you said?
Yeah.
You can tell he's very, very visibly phased at this point. His eyes, even though still with that dead look in them, are kind of phasing back in and out. in and out as he's kind of losing seemingly consciousness as he's swaying back and forth. Again, arm just oozing, gushing and gushing. At this point, you see Adea come rushing out with Johannes and Bravo, and they are ready. They're and they kind of like sit and stick in their position, ready to go, waiting for Adea's command. And she says, "What's going on here?
Don't
not
kill him.
them. Do not.
Do you have this under control?"
Yes. Ivan Vertis has this firmly under control.
And she's going to kind of look over at the state and situation of this young hill giant. And she's going to kind of be like, "Hold, boys." And they're kind of reassess their situation.
Are we still in initiation with this giant right now?
You are still in initiation with this giant, but it is swaying. It is having a hard time.
So it's like
keeping itself
basically
forward.
going on his knees, right? Like or
Knock him out, Ivor!
Use your shield, Ivor.
Wait, it's my turn now? Okay, then yeah. I'm gonna stand up.
So again, the mallet had just fallen.
Yeah.
Where you were heading ringing, and you're looking right up at him, and he's gushing blood. You can still see a little bit electrified. Just he wasn't still being hit by that, but almost the residual effects of that just coursing through his body.
I'm gonna stand up and dust the dirt off of me. I'm gonna look up at him. I'm gonna, boy, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And I'm gonna pick up his mallet. Can I do that?
Yeah, you
What
can.
would,
Give me a
strength.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
8 plus 6.
8 plus 6, and you do it.
14.
So you're able to. You're just like. You're like, oh!
And then on that, I'm gonna kind of turn to the side a little bit, and then I'm gonna kind of get one circle going. And then because it's so big, it's obviously I'm gonna, instead of trying to stop it, I'm just gonna turn with
Just
it.
let the swing still hit.
And then I'm gonna do that about 3 times, and then I'm gonna try and swing at his kneecap.
Okay. Now, which
So that's
kneecap?
16,
One of his left knee is
18.
kind of sink down. He's kind of hunched down. So you're gonna go for his opposing knee or the knee that is
To make him bend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Hits.
Okay.
Oh,
and
jeez.
then what would be the club damage? 1d8 or 1d6?
I think it is
1d6.
right? Or 1d6.
1d6 bludgeoning
Be 2
plus your strength.
6.
8.
6. So, in doing this, you kind of see the other leg just pop open, almost hyperextend for just a moment beyond the width of what his thighs could do as you cut in with the tip of his own mallet on the inside of his thigh, spreading his legs out, and you see him just thumble right forward over you, and you have his big old belly. He's kind of like that, and you're kind of in some sort of crevice that's there where he's there.
Like, oh god, I don't want to be here.
Ivor, are you okay?
Lazy.
Dust rises,
Start freaking out. Master Cap's got me.
but
Garb,
you can
no.
feel his heartbeat as you are just blanketed partially by his gut as it just kind of lays on top of you.
That
Not
doesn't
his
look
whole
right.
weight as he is still kind of propped up, but his eyes are shut, but he is breathing. Knocked out.
Are we out of initiative now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna run over. Ivor, are you good?
I'm gonna walk over there, kind of like,
out of the way.
I'm gonna kind of like lift up a little bit. I'm like, Ivor, can you hear me, brother?
No, we're gonna pull him out. I'm gonna be like,
Ivor.
That was scary.
rope. Adea, do you have any magical binds?
Magical binds. I'll have
Or
to
a
see
binding
what we
spell
have.
upon rope, anything. A sorcerer.
Let's go see what we have.
Be
So
like,
you're gonna head back
cool.
to town.
I'm gonna,
Johannes, you stay here. Bravo, let's go.
Okay.
And they're gonna
for
head back
the,
into
for the
town.
time being, I'm gonna jump up on the back, and I'm gonna look at Z, and I'm like, "Oi, Z, throw me the left arm."
As literally strong
gonna-
as I am, I'm gonna like kind
Is there any
of
boulders or
struggle.
anything around?
There is, yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
Lift his arm up.
roll me a d6.
Damn it.
Me?
Yeah.
6.
So you pick up what is the heaviest possible boulder that you could possibly see in the nearby area, and you are able to lift it.
Tie the other end of the rope around this. I'm gonna put it on one side of him. I'm gonna go grab another one, put it on the other side of him.
Awesome. And I'm gonna jump down off the back, and then I'm gonna quickly start. I'm pretty sure I have like 60 foot of rope or something like that. I'm gonna quickly.
Yeah, you grabbed 60 from last week.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna
So-
double. I'm gonna double up rope, and then I'm gonna do a like a truss knot in it to make it a little bit more stronger in case he tried to pull on it. It would make it tighter on his hand and on the rock. So I guess kind of like loosen it a little bit. I'm going to do that on both sides, and then I'm going to cinch them tight. So that way, when he does wake up, it is tight.
Giant. I don't speak any giant, but I do know Sylvan. And perhaps, being in the woods, he might know some. He might not. But more importantly, this thing is not in its right mind.
I know.
Hopefully by knocking it out, we've broken the spell. But if not, well, we'll behead him. But we're going to give him a chance first.
Yeah, I hope we can speak this Hill Giant's language, because if we can't speak to him and he starts swinging, we're gonna have no choice but to kill him.
Who's around with us?
So you have Bravo. You have Jaga. You see in the distance, kind of like huffing and puffing his way over, you see Augart.
Are they in earshot of us right now?
Jaga is, Augart is not. Bravo is also.
If I
in
whisper,
earshot.
would they be able to hear us?
No, they would not. None of them.
Guys. Okay, what if this had something to do with the forest and the cave that we collapsed? Or it's possessed by something else, like Alara.
That's interesting.
Boy.
Because
We should kind of thinking of the wolf.
We should probably do this now, before she gets back and before anyone else knows what's happening. And with that, I'm gonna reach over to the hill giant, I'm gonna pat it on the head, and then Sylvan say, "Wake, hey, wake up."
Out cold.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
You just still
Crack my
see.
hands.
You still see his arm that's bleeding out.
I'm gonna start
should we
doing the
mend his
best I
wound?
can. Can I make a medical check to start, like, doing some work on his wound?
Yeah. Is that medicine?
Yeah, this would be medicine.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
20.
Yeah. You get a good assessment that you can see. What are you attempting to do?
Just
you get
to pull out.
Okay.
And then
javelin.
I'm gonna take my cape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start tearing it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start stitching through the flesh.
Oh, okay. So, and you're able to do so, and the pressure is applied adequately. You see the stream of blood has slowed. It's still coming out, but you're still able to get, but you notice that since he has such a broad arm, even though it is a smaller hill giant, you're still looking at a sizable arm. It's almost like your linen is not quite keeping its knot.
Okay.
And it's breaking under the pressure of just the sheer size of how hard you have to tie that just to barely get, you're trying to tie a knot and you got like a quarter of an inch on each end. You're like,
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame across the wound, try to cauterize it.
and that seems to be very effective as it just kind of.
I'm just gonna be like,
burns it all the way through.
I don't know how you managed that. That was brutal to watch. Are you okay?
It's brutal to do. No.
I'm gonna like
I'm gonna be
search.
sick.
I'm gonna kind of lean up against the side of the hill giant and be like, "Oi, try again." And then, you know that scene off Ice Age where Sid the Sloth does the little whole mouth? Yeah. I'm gonna kind of look at the giant in the face and then all of a sudden just go, and just start making that sound. Yeah.
And then,
I'm gonna be like, be
as
careful.
you think something's about to happen, and then you might get a little bit of life out of him, he just.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Ivor!
And it smells
Why'd you do
terrible.
that?
Me. Roll me a d20.
Oh!
16.
Survival.
Oh, survival.
Yeah.
What the hell?
This is horrendous.
16.
16. So you could barely just choke back yourself, keep yourself from vomiting. As you're like, it's so putrid.
I'm gonna walk away.
Okay, so you've stabilized the creature. In this time, you see Jaga approaches. Algart's still in the distance, about where Jaga was when he tossed the javelin, probably 30, 40 yards out.
Okay.
Expertise, yeah. He's
That is
quite
one
the
strong lad.
guy. So, Jaga, what's going on here? What happened? Why?
Do you not smell that, Jacob?
Oh!
Jaga, this is possessed. And I don't know by who. Oh man, that smells.
That's the worst!
It's possessed by something. We can't kill it. It's not deserving of death.
Okay, so what shall we do?
Right now we
figure
have
out.
him binded.
As soon as this stupid guy wakes up.
And he succumbs to the smell. He's
He starts vomiting.
What? What did you do to it? Did you curse it? He wipes his mouth.
Jaga, that came up from the rear end, bud.
It's a lot of protein. I'm gonna check the
I'm gonna
hill
look at him
giant.
and be like, a lot of people don't know this, but and then I'm gonna reach over to Z and I'm gonna be like, you got a pressure spot right here, and then Z's gonna fart.
Meh.
Ivor, you said you wouldn't do that to my in public.
I'm gonna see if there's anything on the hill giant on his body worth anything.
Worth anything? Give me an investigation check.
Oh shit.
Give me 20.
20?
60
So,
plus 4.
you don't notice anything that you would perceive as valuable other than the very simple wear that he has and his very primitive mallet he has.
How
said he's a
big is
hill
that
giant?
He
mallet?
is.
I'm gonna peel off one of his toenails.
One of his toenails?
Yeah, while he's out.
Go for it.
Okay.
How big is his mallet?
His mallet is probably about 8 to 10 feet in size.
Oh.
Diameter at the top, well, you're looking at 4 or 5 feet. 2 to 3 feet. Diameter at the bottom, kind of like a bat.
Hear me out, Ivor. We should drag
So-
that mallet away from the giant.
You don't notice anything of value,
I'm gonna.
Okay.
but you do notice in the knee that he smacked on the opposing side, a dark stick. And it seems to be vibrating.
I'm gonna cut it out. Cut it off of it.
How do you cut it out?
I'm going to pull my dagger. I'm going to wrap my hand sort of in some linen. Wrap. Then put the dagger in it. I'm going to sort of mage. Actually, no. I'm going to cast Mage Hand and Mage Hand my dagger to
Okay.
cut this thing off.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell no one to touch it and sort of like. No, I'm not going to destroy it. Does anyone have a vial? Anyone have a glass we can put this in? How big
Jaga,
is the stick?
The stick is
Okay, I need a vial.
I'm gonna pull the backpack off and around me and open it up and pull a vial out.
Okay, I'm gonna mage hand it into the vial and close the vial. And then I'm going to tentatively grab the vial.
okay. And you do so. You see it.
With the pocket it.
It's almost dancing inside that little box.
I'm gonna
bouncing
be
back,
like, here,
bouncing back.
what on earth is that?
Me and Z are gonna move the mallet away from him.
Yeah,
Or in
away from
fact,
the
I have
giant.
no
Like-
idea.
We now we should take the mallet back to the Shady Shack.
So, as you guys were doing this, you see Augard finally approaches. He's way out of breath. Son, what's happening here? What did he do to our stable? He's losing it. Jaga.
Okay, we'll help you build it back.
Well,
Yeah, we're not even on the scene. We're
Well, have
dragging
you
the
even
hammer.
seen your new door yet?
I have, but the work.
Don't worry
What do
about
I, is
the
he?
work.
Is it
Don't-
dead?
Don't worry about the
Is
work.
it
Over.
dead?
No,
Oh.
it's,
Why is it not dead?
it's
As
unconscious.
he goes to reach for something big.
Pierre.
Okay. Now, you and I have had a great relationship so far.
Yes.
If you harm that giant, we no longer will. Put that down.
What if it wakes up? You see what it did? What if it's...
And as you see, I'm gonna put out my left hand. You see sort of it from an Eldritch Blast. I'm saying, "All right, put it down, please.
Is that for him?
It's for the boulder. Give him a chance. If he's still attacking things recklessly, Igar cleaves his head off.
So, as you're saying that, Adea has come back. You see her following her in the same time frame. Following her is another gif. You recognize this to be a male gif. She says, "Stop!" And as she does, the male gif has come up and he casts Wall of Force around the giant. And seeing this, he just drops the boulder down. Now, how Wall of Force works is there's a wall, visible wall, impenetrable, right? Can also be cast as a dome.
Okay.
and it casts as a dome over the creature. And you just see the male Gith. Nice straight posture. Casting this wall of force over the creature calmly. Sister, why am I doing this? What has this creature done?
I'm going to find out.
And when you took that needle out, there's a lot of things happen all at the same moment. You took that long needle out, and you have in your dancing in your vial.
Who all saw that, by the way?
You two, Jaga, Augart wasn't there yet.
Okay. I'm gonna look over toward Jaga as I say. We'll find out in a minute.
And you see the hill giant's eyes opening up as it has this very dome around it, that it's confusing it. It's barely conscious. You see it, you can't hear it. Eyes are not glazed over. You can't hear its sounds. You can see that it's making sounds. This kind of he's gonna see you, and he's gonna start kind of back himself over to the wall, opposite of you.
Let me in the dome.
Sister, this is a wise choice. She's gonna say, let the men work. And he's gonna open up and take off the entire wall of force.
You guys don't happen to speak giant, do you?
I'm gonna actually look at the giant, and in Elvish, I'm gonna say Solata.
Solata?
Hello.
He's gonna look confused. He's very confused about the whole situation, looking back and forth. He's,
what's left of my claw? I'm sure I pulled it up, went to his shoulder.
What's left of your what?
The linen that was on him to try to...
Oh, so you're showing like the example of look.
Yeah.
Alright.
And he's
I'm
gonna
speaking
call out.
Sylvan. Sylvan, do you understand?
I'm gonna speak Celestial and be like, hello? Like, are you okay?
Nothing.
We're checking out on all.
Crap.
I'm gonna look at Z and be like, boy, do you remember what Master Gap used to say all the time? Gop?
Food.
Yeah.
Get out, fish.
Food. I'm gonna pull the fish out from. Well, I'm pretty sure we still have one bundle left of dry fish.
Yeah, we still have a full
I'm
bundle.
gonna pull that out, and I'm gonna
Give it to him. Do you have any more?
No, I just have the one bundle.
I have some rations. And I'm gonna walk
Actually, I got foxberries.
up and put the bundle down
Okay.
in his other hand.
While this is happening, you guys now witness that you have the entire town
Is watching.
is
us
watching.
now.
You see Bon over there with his dried fish, like everyone just wide-eyed. They can't believe what they're seeing. They've heard stories of giants. They've never seen them come to town.
Yeah, like like everybody's heard the tales of it, but now that it's actually there, everybody's like, oh, what?
At first, the hill giant, he quickly tries to go to stand up and completely stumbles as his knee just seems to be dislocated, as the cap of the kneecap has just slid over to the entire right side. He screams out in pain. He waves his hands kind of like, he can't really, he still has blood and his focus is not clear as he's kind of like swiping away at everybody. And he notices the fish and he kind of grabbing the earth with it as he digs his fingers a couple inches, about a foot of each finger into the dirt and grabs the whole fish. Just like,
Z, or Igor, I hate to do this to you, but I need that door.
The door?
I need the door.
Boy, what door?
The only one that's not currently on hinges. And I need it broken in half.
I'm gonna look at P kind of hesitating on this, and I'm gonna be like, you know,
Igor, it's life
P,
is at stake.
hear me out. I engraved runes into that door so you could bless it so it could keep safe that family.
And we will build another one. But what if we had a hill giant to help keep safe that family?
And that right there, I'm not even gonna answer. I'm just gonna immediately start walking towards the house.
And I'm gonna be like, wait.
I'm gonna pull the rope off of the giants and start to go down towards where his knee is and take either side of it. I'm gonna have Igor help me, and I'm gonna try to stint.
I'm gonna hold the other side of the door.
Give me a strength check as you approach to pull off that rope.
Oh man, him or me?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Ooh, 17.
17. So when you begin to do so, he just flicks you off like a gnat. You.
Okay.
And in doing so, he kind of exposed his weaker side, and his strength had left him as you were able to kind of overpower and hold him down against the rope off. He's trying to like pull his other arm up, but he's having a hard time getting the tendons to do exactly what he wants.
Nice.
And you're able
Keep
to
him
get
distracted.
the rope off.
All right, I'm gonna be like in front of him, like tapping him on his forehead. I'm like, "Oi, stop it! Hey, no, it's okay, it's okay."
Igor, I'm gonna go underneath with this half. You take the other half. When I get it under his knee,
I'm just gonna be like,
you
"It's
smack
okay,
it
buddy.
back into place.
It's okay, buddy. It's
Right away.
buddy, it's okay, it's okay. Just look at me, giant, look at me. Eye
We'll
contact.
be the fastest guild that ever existed in time. 1,
Look at me, mate.
2,
Come on.
3.
Goosh!
And you just hear
The most.
it's like somebody snapping a 2x4 clean.
Oh, God.
Clean in half. Not ripping, splintering stuff, just echoing through. You hear birds
Oh,
just
God.
cawing and flying away. And you- like it's
I'm gonna be looking at people with my
it's
eyes open, like,
wobbling. It's wobbling your eardrums. It's so loud.
I'm gonna hop over the leg and run over.
I'm a
As I'm running back,
backflip.
I'm looking at everyone in the town. I'm like, stay.
As he finishes the scream, he passes out at the peak and just falls back to his position of that hunched over. And his knee is back in his spot.
Citizens,
Guys.
Oh, we moved his
Citizens
knee
of
down. That's
Voliguard.
what it was. Oh.
this
guys.
creature is not your enemy. He was possessed. He didn't mean to attack you guys. He stays within the forest. If we kill him because he was not in his right mind, what does that make all of you?
They're all looking at each other. They're all like having thoughts of like, we need to kill this thing. Let's get this thing. And now they're kind of like, it's like sinking into them. They're like, and then Bond's like eating his fish. It's my boy! It's my boy! It's my boys!
I'm just gonna be like,
Of integrity and faith. Now you have seen what we at Ivan Virtus do. We help those not in the right mind. We lift up the downtrodden. We fight for the less brave. Count on us to protect this town, and tomorrow we will rebuild your door. I'm looking at Augur, and we will rebuild this
we
barn.
rebuild this barn and we will help this town.
Bond's like, yeah, dude! And everyone's gonna be like, yeah.
I'm gonna
like 30,000 people out there. There's like a couple women. There's some like tired dudes from working all day.
I'm gonna walk
a
around
bunch
and-
of kids that are all excited, like, oh my god!
I'm gonna walk around with John and be like, "Are you not in your team?"
I'm gonna pop out behind Z and I'm gonna bow towards the whole
As you
town.
do, you notice that the taller male Gith has walked over and he's kind of like calmly assessing this hill giant. Who's the closest? Who's the closest hill giant right now?
Actually, I am because I'm like right there at its face.
We were over here by the leg and then we backed off when
I'm just like right there, like just checking on him, make sure he is out cold.
He's gonna be just feeling different areas, kind of like massaging different things. You see him kind of like very skillfully knocking small portions back into place. What looks to be like maybe some tendons or something. Because for something at this size, a tendon to us is like a rope. It's something he's physically able to kind of like do something to. And he's
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Hey, my name is Zagon. What are you doing exactly?"
He's not gonna look at you at all. He's like, my name is Arlid, and he's gonna be fixing up this hill giant. Kind of like you can see that he's mending to him, and he's gonna say, I haven't seen a hill giant this small in years. I thought, I don't actually remember the last time I've seen a hill giant in Voliguard. I thought that we were on good terms with them.
So
Still just fixing and mending, and you see him kind of like cast some sort of healing aura, cure wounds, on the area where he has his destroyed shoulder. and you can kind of see that scarring or that not scarring. What am I looking for?
Like
No, where you chart it.
The cauterized.
Cauterize. You kind of see that healing and going away, kind of naturally going back to healed skin in that area.
So are you familiar with these giants? Do they come around these parts often?
I've studied many creatures. This is one of many hill giants I've seen.
You seem
was a
to
young
know very
one.
well how to mend this giant. Have you helped giants before?
I've healed a few giants in my day.
That's
It's been a while, but they seem to be put together the same.
That's very interesting. May I observe your work on him?
Sure.
And he's going to
gonna-
continue to just kind of like heal different parts of him. He seems to be casting something else that's keeping him out, keeping him calm. You see him kind of in between what he's doing. He's doing something else that's kind of like, as you see him kind of like getting a little life back as his body is starting to recover, kind of goes back into kind of more of a calm state.
We don't want him waking up right now. We'd make quite a mess of this situation.
Question: are you able to communicate with these giants?
If he was awake, I could talk to him, yes.
What language do the giants speak? Because we
giant-
tried Common, Elven,
Giants
Celestial.
speak, of course.
What language do they speak?
He's going to basically just say a few things in giant. It's going to sound like a whale out of water. And
He just said, well, that was hello. Yeah. He says, hello, I'm your friend. That's a little bit of giant, maybe a little bit rusty.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna just try to like just watch him work
This
and
one-
just take note.
Wasn't too difficult for us to subdue, but I wonder what mommy and daddy are thinking of this whole situation.
and he's going to kind of chuckle.
We better get him home safe soon.
And he's going to continue just to kind of heal, sleep. Heal, sleep. Heal, sleep.
So how long do you think he's gonna be out for?
Well, I'll speak with my sister and see what she wants to do. She's much more the tactical one.
We take him home as soon as he's ready to walk.
Take him home. I think that'd be a fine idea.
And we don't need anyone's permission to do that. You guys ready for it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I need a short rest though.
drop off a piece of wood. As they've been talking this whole time, I already have 4 stakes going up out of the ground for the new stable.
He says, you know what? How long do you need him to be out for?
2 hours.
2 hours? Oh, that's not bad. That's enough, Bravo.
Bravo's going to come over. Yeah, man, what do you need? I thought I was going to get do some play today.
Bravo, would you do me a favor and go to the rack inside the healing helix? The 3rd vial over, would you please bring that over to me?
Sure, man. Is it open?
It sure is.
And you see Bravo just take off. He's gonna bolt straight on, like anime smoke style, behind the dust behind his feet as he kind of takes off to the healing helix. And he's gonna look over to you.
Please take him back safely, quickly. I really would not like to see his parents. Sister! And
What's
she's gonna-
Peace and Giant?
Peace and Giant. He's gonna relay it to you. It's gonna be,
Excellent.
So he comes back. I'm just gonna kind of speed forward the next part here. He's gonna discuss with Adea, his sister, about the current situation. How you guys have promised to return said giant. She's more than happy as long as essentially you get him away from the town and healed up as soon as possible. She's very confident in her brother's abilities to heal him up. Bravo comes back with this potion. He has Bravo stick it up in his mouth and down his throat, and states this potion will keep him asleep for about 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. So I'll get a short rest during that time.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead
spell slot
and
back.
go over to Ivor, and we're gonna finish up that stable as quickly as possible. Put in some designs in there,
And
and
try
make.
and get at least to where like they can bring in the cattle or the horses tonight.
Okay. And are you going to use existing kind of like non-mangled, whatever the mangled parts
Yeah,
were?
and then the
So probably a smaller
whatever
version of it
salvageable,
kind of thing,
whatever salvageable parts
smaller
around the
version of the
area,
stable.
we're gonna
Just for
post
now,
it on
and
there.
then tomorrow after we're done with the adventure, we'll make a suitable one, a more permanent
Lord.
one.
And Augur is
Hopefully-
going to be kind of helping you with this, and he's going to size up the fact that his stable is now smaller, and you already went off to go rest.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to say, so do you think your friend might want these leftover cattle? I don't have any space for them at this moment.
I
I
believe
two extra cattle that aren't going to...
I believe
They're
that
going to
you
end up
would,
running
yes.
from me over the night. So this point, might as well have it for your friend.
I'm sure
Very
we
well.
can tie it to the tree.
Yeah. So yeah, and you guys are gonna take that over to his tree fort when you're done with helping Augur put together.
Yeah,
the
so we're
stable.
gonna go ahead and get this built up as quickly as possible. And we're gonna
Excellent,
head
thank you
over.
so much.
Chickens too.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna give you a dozen chickens at the same time.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna come down and see the cattle, be surprised, and say, "Keep an eye on things, Webb." My donkey is fine. And I'm going to. Has there been any progress on the fence yet?
On the fence. So he's not very good at it. A lot of broken wood nearby, tons actually. And there's like 3 or 4 like just logs just crammed into the ground. It's not carved up in any really intelligible way. They're kind of jabberwonky positioning. It's not looking good.
Is there any hair or I'm gonna investigate. Is there any like his hair or skin or anything from him?
Give me an investigation check. Is that an insight?
I'm so
And there's an
curious on where
investigation.
you're
There's
going.
Investigation. 13.
13. So you do see what looks to be maybe like leg hair that he scuffled on the way of grabbing up one of these large logs. You might see like a
pluck
white
it?
abrasion on his leg.
I'm gonna pluck it and put it in my little book in between one of the page.
Okay. What little book?
My book that I carry with me. It's a celestial prayer book.
Gotcha.
But,
Okay.
yeah, I always have it on me in my pack. I'm going to put it back in there and be like, I need to buy vials. See, Igor,
Yes.
we'll be ready to take this giant home.
I'm not impressed with this fence. This is not very good, like at all.
No, it's quite horrible.
Who did this? Who did this, by the way?
Look at it.
Who did this, by the way?
The overconfident blonde one. But,
There was 2 of them.
yeah, I'm not sure which. I forget the names.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's done everything it was intended to do.
Okay, yeah, no, it's did a really terrible job. Just wanted to point that out. So
Bertolise is very happy with it. I mean, I'm very happy with it.
all right. Well, it's been a couple hours since the giant went out. We don't have much time to send him on his way. What are we gonna do?
We're going to wake him up. We're going to scare him off in the right direction and hope he knows his way home.
Where's Mallet?
At
over
the
at
house.
the yeah.
You moved it over to the
I
house.
moved it all
Yeah,
the way to the house.
we both moved it to the
Or
house.
actually, no. I said Shady Shack.
Yeah,
Let's
we moved it
get
to the Shady
him
Shack.
his mallet.
Mallet. Okay, so then because the Shady Shack's like right over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Within
gonna
like
walk over-
eyesight
yeah,
distance.
Yeah, you're like there.
So,
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to the Shady Shack where I left the mallet leading up the side of it, and then I'm gonna grab the end of it and just drag it back over.
okay, this cattle that he gave me, I'm going to grab one of them and bring it back with me.
Okay.
IZ, you're going to wake him up. You're going to give him the mallet. I'm going to give him this cattle. This cow.
Are you gonna lead the cow like into the direction of the forest so he'll just follow the cattle?
No, we're going to give it to him to eat, and we're going to say, go home in giant.
I'm not gonna watch that cow get eaten. I'm just throwing that out there.
us.
Yeah, not in front. I'm gonna walk
hope
away
he
when that
takes it
happens,
home.
and I hope to God that he doesn't burp in my face or anything fart. And all right, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to this giant. I'm gonna grab the backside of my dagger and just tap him on the head and see if he wakes up.
Go ahead and give me Constitution.
Constitution.
No, give me strength. Give me strength. Give me strength.
Damn it. It's a 20, right?
Yeah.
Come on, cup, don't fail me. All right, 12.
Yeah. It's like you're hitting a wall. Just no reaction.
Here it is not working, bud.
Igor.
I'm gonna pivot with the club.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Shit,
3.
no, your strength. 9.
Well, no, I was rolling to hit him.
Yeah.
That's not gonna hit.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna sacred flame the back of his neck.
Okay.
Goes off.
Okay.
4 points damage.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So he's gonna spring up. He's gonna look around. He's gonna see his mouth. He's gonna see you guys.
We're all of
Peace
us
and
are like-
giant. I'm gonna yell peace and giant.
And as you do, he's gonna pick it up like it's a tiny stick.
I'm gonna hold on to it about halfway, and then I'm gonna let go. And I'm gonna be like, yee.
And then in giant, which to the worst that Aldred had taught me, I'm gonna say peace again.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna say go home. Peace, go home. And I'm gonna wait for him like
He's gonna be says, look at you. He's gonna be.
I'm gonna be saying the same thing.
Do we notice what color his eyes are?
His eyes are green.
Green.
He has green eyes.
go home.
He's gonna be like. He's gonna see the cow.
Peace. Go home.
He's gonna grab it, much like he did the fish. And as he grabs it, he's gonna push down.
I'm gonna
and
turn away.
again grab like he did with the fish, where his fingers are actually digging into the dirt. And as he did that, it pushed and snapped the cow's spine.
Yeah, I'm gonna like turn away when this happens.
And it kind of just pops him as the cow's eyes come out and blood rushes out. You can tell it was an instant spine snap kill. And he just grabs it in his fist like this, and he's holding it. He's just kind of hobbling out
And
towards
this
the
time
forest.
I'm going to go home.
He's like, doof, 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 doof. The fastest run you can see a hill giant do. And you kind of feel, and you can kind of see the nearby bushes and trees kind of shake a little bit as he's meandering his way through. He's acting as if the trees aren't even there. He's just blasting through them as they're like, some are just snapping, completely falling over. Some of them are whipping and snapping back. And slowly you start to see as it just covers his...
blood on the
I'm
ground
gonna-
from
Any of
earlier.
his blood, yes.
I'm gonna look
big
at
puddles of it.
I'm gonna look at Ivor and be like, Ivor, quick, we can stop those trees.
I was.
Ivor, really quick. Do you have another vial by any chance?
I'm whip out the backpack. Pull. I think we got 3 more left.
I'm
You
going
take
to
that one. We got 2 left now.
take a vial of giant's blood and put it in.
Okay. And I'm gonna whip the backpack back around, and I noticed that he was going back off in that direction that we went to the cave. I'm instantly hitting a tree and trying to get to the toppest of the tree line I can see to see if he's going in that direction of the
Give me an
cave.
acrobatics check.
While they're doing that, by the way, I'm gonna go back to the tavern. Just kind
What'd you
of
get?
try to
6.
disappear on my own.
So you're gonna scurry up.
But it's a nat 1.
Oh, it's a nat 1.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So yeah, you go and you pick like the biggest possible tree you can, because you're thinking, I got this. I'm gonna get the biggest height advantage. It's gonna be no big deal.
What die is that?
It's the weighted one.
Use the other one. Gotta recycle that die,
I
man.
have to. It's
Gotta
recycled all
recycle.
night.
Gotta recycle.
Give me just a second. And you're gonna get about 10 feet, 15 feet up, and gosh,
Big yikes right now.
it's a big
Yeah, it
yes.
is.
Yeah. So, and you're gonna start to, as you're getting excited to kind of like see the advantage, you know that time is of the essence as you want to see the kind of the path that it's traveling off to. You go and you go to step as you're expertly kind of like traversing the early stages of this tree. You go to step and your foot completely misses as you catch one branch, another branch, and you pick up momentum as you bam, land on the ground, taking 8 points of damage.
Yikes.
Um,
Ouch, bro.
Can I stand up and cast second wind on myself?
You can.
7, 8, so 8 back, 8, 9, 10. Back to 10.
Well done.
Well done,
Second
dude.
wind it.
Second wind it. That a boy.
You knocked me. I got knocked down to 2 hit points right there. That's why I was like, oh,
That
something
was
has to happen.
that one on that fall, because you're gonna want to see where that guy's going. So, really
no
results. No results. You just got the general idea of where you saw him kind of disappear in the trees.
I'm gonna yell at you. I'm like, hey, it's okay. You left the trail, bro. Look at the trees.
I
was
went
just
back to
gonna
the tavern.
kind of pick up my backpack and I'm just bummed that
I'm just gonna walk up to Ivor and we're gonna start securing some of the trees and start building up some more lists for the stables.
Okay, at this point, night is setting in. You're able to get that done somewhat due to the low dim light that's coming from the lanterns.
I have dark
vision.
vision.
And plus, actually, you still have is your about 2 hours? It follows you. Okay,
yeah. So I have night vision, so I'm just like guiding Ivor through it all while I can like see in the dark.
Okay,
and we're procuring as much as we possibly can. And
Augart's out there helping his best as well, and he just keeps. Thank you so much for your help. Oh, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well, guys, it's fine. Thank you for letting us handle that giant situation. I know it was hard for you to put that boulder down.
I was afraid. You saw what he did to my stable. What if that was your home? What was my home? What if it was my wife or my son?
Right.
Or the town?
I understand where you're coming from. I just appreciate that you trusted us to handle that situation. So let us build this stable for you as a thank you, and let us have good partnership and good friendship.
I'm gonna look at and I'm gonna be like, Oi, sorry about the door. We're gonna get one right now. And I'm gonna look at Z and I'm gonna be like, Z, nighttime adventure.
Alright, so I'm just gonna guide us through the forest again.
I can't wait. I bet you this time it'll be even better.
It will be, because I will be there to help him.
So on the backside of the shady shack was where I was cutting down the trees. I noticed that there was a stump of a huge tree that was there before I was there. And that's where I got the first slab for that door. So I'm going to take Z back there and I'm going to show him this big old massive trunk.
Because it's dark, I'm going to look at it and I'm like, Ivor, this thing is humongous. This will be a perfect door.
Awesome. That's why we're here. And I'm going to start.
I'm like, hey, no, that's the wrong one. Put that back. Grab this one. I can't see in the dark. You can't. I'm going to hand you the right tools.
I'm going to grab that one and then I'm going to start on one side of it. And I'm going to be like, first one done has to buy beer.
You're on. I can see in the dark.
For that giant.
That's a good question.
Start cutting.
Give me just a second. I need to double check.
Of course.
Isn't there a table in here for like experience for CRR monsters? Or is that in the players? I just need the table. You know what I mean, like the CR table.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, by the way, I work fast in the dark. I'm gonna get this done, mate.
Right here. So CR and the experience table right there. Perfect. I have that book almost memorized.
So you have 450 to split between the three of you.
450 XP?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
450? So 175. No.
150 each.
150 each. I'm done.
Boom. Level 2.
Oh yeah, I'm level 2 as well.
Do you guys need to take some time to evaluate changes? Do you want to do a quick intermission? Are you good to continue?
I went to the tavern.
Okay.
I want to do that really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm going to get an ale. I'm going to find the darkest place in the tavern.
Okay.
And I'm going to sit by myself and I'm going to pull out my notebook.
Okay.
And as I'm chronologing adventures, I'm trying to just get a quick look over the tavern.
Okay, the tavern at this time of night is quite bustling. You see what looks to be some of the people who work the land, not necessarily any of like the traders and things like that, just people, townsfolk, having a good old time, some families enjoying an ale together. One thing that's a little bit different about this this tavern is you do see kids as well. It's not typically like an all-adult affair. It's kind of like a very homey feel to the tavern. It's a place of rest for many of the people of Voliguard, and it's really just a quiet, happy night. People are talking about, like, did you see this? Did you see that? Oh, the wind, and just discussing everything they saw about the giant.
Is anyone telling secrets or anyone acting as if there is a conversation that shouldn't be had or anything as such?
Nope. Everyone's just very, very excited about the hill giant that occurred earlier today.
Okay, and I have my hood sort of pulled up over my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only person in the room that takes you out of the ordinary or notices you at all would be Mara. just because she kind of gets a gauge of everything. So she knows that you're there. She doesn't know the details of what you're doing. She has an idea of just gauging the fact that you're off to the side.
She's just
scanning.
I'm there.
Yeah, she's scanning. She treats everything like a node, and she's getting the vibe of different groups and making sure everyone's good. So she kind of knows you're there. She doesn't know the details of what you're doing.
So as I finish, I'll just leave a gold on the table.
All right. Cool.
And go back and sleep.
All right.
And then, I'll roll my stats real quick.
Okay. You guys want to take a second to do that? Level 2 can be pretty important for some of you.
I think it's important.
We can just take 10 minutes.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
Yeah,
All
10
right, I'll do a
break.
quick stop and
Because
we'll revisit on that.
I think I get an extra tam. Or an extra tam. I thought it did something to me, but it doesn't do nothing.
Welcome back after our short intermission here. Our adventurers just got done subduing the young hill giant that was terrorizing the Augard farm. They were able to subdue him, heal him, and send him on his way with a very, very, very unfortunate cow. Now they've had their full rest, and they are going to meet up with Jaga in the early morning. It's still quite dark out, to go meet with Alora for the meeting that Pierre had promised the day before, after the Bonvin fishing trip. So without further ado, I will go ahead and lead into the now leveled up to level 2 adventurers.
So now that I'm level 2, the first thing I'm going to do is in the morning I'm going to wake up a little bit early.
Okay.
For an hour I'm going to cast Comprehend Language on Giant because I heard it the day before. That's my new spell.
Okay, so then does that allow you to then assume or have the knowledge of that language, or?
Giant, correct.
Okay, so just go ahead
A
and.
little understanding of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and wake up in the morning in our new home that Ivor and I built. I'm gonna walk over to his room and knock on the door. I'm like, Ivor, wake up!
I'm actually already downstairs.
I'm gonna-
and getting ready for the day.
I'm gonna crack the door open and then I say he's not there. I'm gonna go ahead and head downstairs. I'm like, oh, there you are, Ivor.
Boy, Z, we need some wood, and we need to finish the door for the farmer today.
All right, but
Never mind.
we have that mission that we have to take care of with Laura.
I'm gonna backpack sitting on the table in the downstairs, and there's some stuff sitting out by it. I'm gonna walk over there and finish putting the rope around the side of it, and then I'm gonna put 2 more glass vials in there that we took out of there.
Okay.
And then look at Z and be like, we need to go get fish.
Ooh, yeah, so that's a great idea. We should see if Bond has any dry fish.
I'm bringing a GR bottle with me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my healing potions with me. I got my daggers.
So I'm going to go find them in the morning.
Find who?
After.
Them?
D&D work.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And you meet up to each other.
Coming
Yeah,
out
so
of the
let's
treehouse,
just
yeah.
head your direction, and then we'll meet up. And like, hey, Pierre, how are you doing?
It's dark. It's dark out.
Jaga here? Yeah.
Jaga is, you see him kind of coming from the farm. He kind of knew in the general time he's supposed to be there.
Okay.
Hey guys, morning.
Morning, Jaga. How are you doing?
And he's dressed to the T. He's ready to go for whatever it is you guys need him for.
Jaga,
Yeah.
there's a detail we left out last night.
What is this detail?
There's a girl.
A girl.
She's not normal. We believe she is leading these kobolds.
Leading them? What is a girl leading kobolds for? What am I missing?
It's an interesting case with this girl. She has an ability to speak with them, and she lives amongst them, and she kind of tells them what to do and whatever else.
And you need me to subdue a girl.
No.
Not
I need
exactly.
you to kill kobolds and leave the girl to me. If we do go into combat, and if she should change, much with the giant, we knock her out.
If she should change. Change.
That's all you need to know for now, Jaga. Kill kobolds. But it's very important that no one in this town, under any circumstances, knows what we did other than killing kobolds. No matter what you see, this girl, we saved her from the kobolds. That's all we tell anyone. And should she not come back with us for whatever reason, she never existed. They told me I could trust you, Jaga. you must understand that my intentions for this are honest and pure.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob.
I don't have any idea how many kobolds are gonna come charging after us, but my guess is she won't show up unless she brings the whole pack.
We'll be ready.
Off we go.
Just be on your guard when we tell you to, and just keep a distance, and we will do our best to keep you safe.
We'll do. Shall we head off?
Yes. First, we would like to visit Bond and his stand real quick to procure some dried fish.
Oh, Bond? He's probably out fishing right now.
Actually, we talked to him previously and told him not to go out fishing, so he should be at his stand.
Oh, all right, then I guess let's go check.
All right, so we're gonna go up to the fish stand. We're gonna head out. We're gonna head to the first thing, beeline to the fish stand.
Okay.
And is Bond there?
He's there.
Okay.
He's chilling. He's tired. He's happy. He's got a nice full stock. You guys give me a day off. You saved me from a hill giant. I love you guys. What's up, guys? How you doing? Good morning.
Hey, buddy.
Oi, you got any more dried fish?
Any more dried fish? I got dried fish. I've got fresh dried fish. You got dried fish? No, I'm just kidding. But I got dried fish.
I'm gonna grab a bundle from him, and then I'm oi, out of curiosity, you got any of them red rocky creatures with the
Crabs, huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's not really the season for them. I'm not seeing any of the crabs yet. But I'll let you know you like crabs, huh?
I want to try one.
I'm gonna remember that.
All right.
What is it? It was what was it? 10 CP for a bundle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the 10 CP for it.
Okay. Just one bundle?
Actually no, I'm gonna give him 20 CP and get 2 bundles.
Okay.
Player 4 is about to enter the table.
Oh, he's not gonna be for this episode.
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
You can have a seat and watch.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Ivor,
is this your 2 bundles?
You got the bundles?
I got one for you, one for me. What about you, P?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Put them in the backpack.
Well, up here. Should
Thanks
we
for the
head
day
out?
off, guys. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna give him
Very
a
well,
little
Bond.
salute.
Remember, stay out of the fishing spot today.
You got it.
I'm gonna look
Very well.
over.
Not a problem
the
for me, man.
apothecary shop
Yeah.
and see if I notice any light or any life in there.
Nothing.
Okay.
Closed up as can be. Basically, the only living thing out on the streets right now is Bond, just for you guys.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Again,
you want
very dark. It's probably like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Sun's about to rise though.
Yeah, it's you're timing it out to where it's gonna be closer to sunrise in the morning time.
Okay.
All right. So as we're walking, I'm just gonna be sitting there eating the dried fish with Ivor, and offer you if you want any dried fish.
I'm gonna be. I'm silent.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're just gonna be talking. So as we're walking through the wilderness, I want to look around in the bushes. I want to look around in the bushes and see if I can find any more of them foxberries.
Foxberries? Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check. And then roll a d6. Just roll 20. Okay. And give me how would you roll? I can't see what those dice
So
say.
8
That was a 5.
survival. So 8.
What? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Roll a d20.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I made that confusing. It's kind of like doing both things at once.
Rolled 11. So
Okay, just wanted to make sure it wasn't a 1. And you rolled what for your d6?
5
A 5?
plus
so you,
survival. So 8.
no, it's just a flat for me.
Okay.
So you find 5 foxberries.
Alright.
And the foxberries are actually quite large. As far
Really?
as like a berry is concerned, they're about this in size. They're not quite berry to what you're normal to, but it's also not really like
So like a tangerine
peach.
size.
It's kind of it's in between. Yeah.
Like a tangerine. Okay.
they're
So
still
I'm gonna
not
grab
as
5 of them. I'm like, oh, Pierre, would you like some? I know you provided us with a few.
No, I'm quite all right. You.
All right, I'm gonna give Ivor 3. Ivor, you get 3 of them.
I'm gonna take the 3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of look at Z. I'm gonna nudge him a little bit. I'm like, just talk to me.
Oh,
I think P has something on his mind.
All right. Jaga, would you like a foxberry, buddy?
I'm fine. I've got my own. Thank you.
Oh,
though.
thank God. I'm gonna put them both in my pocket.
I am just lightly talking to myself,
Okay.
but it's like a mixture of celestial and draconic. So you're catching.
Draconic.
So I'm catching like some of those celestials.
So
ones that
like
you're
in
saying.
celestial, you're hearing me like. I know, I understand that, but you don't understand. Wait, what if this child has a cure for him? And then in Draconic, but it's like a darker, raspy voice. And then back in Celestial, I'm like, no, but it could work. We tell me it couldn't work. You're foolish. I don't know.
So I'm gonna speak to you in Celestial, so that way we don't bother anyone else. Like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's your game plan?
I stop and freeze. Celestial. Sorry, I forgot you're an ask me. You understand Celestial? No, I'm fine. This is how I concentrate.
Okay.
It's my game face.
I just want to make sure you're all right, because this morning you seem a little different than your usual.
I'm ready to go. Pierre is too. We got this.
All right. Do you have you do have a plan though, right?
I don't hear that, do I?
No, you hear
it's
it, but
in
you don't
Celestial.
understand it.
Oh. Damn, okay.
All right, now speaking common. All right. So how far away are we from the meeting?
You're about a third of the way there at this point. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that we have Jaga kind of lead the way a little bit. I'm gonna check up ahead real quick. I think I heard something. And he's gonna note to you guys quietly that he hears something up ahead in the bushes. Okay. He's not sure what it is, but he's making note and making sure you understand. Stay quiet.
Is it light or dark?
It is still dark out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
It's getting lighter. The sun is on its way to being up, but it is still dark out.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like go up to Jaga and like just kind of see what he sees, because I can't see 120 feet in the dark.
Oh, look at you guys. Stay till the sun comes up. Here.
And Jaga's gonna kind of get that same notion.
I'm gonna pull a shield and crossbow out.
And so you guys just hold tight?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in a defensive stance and be alert.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye out on the area.
Okay. Sun starts to come up. It's about that time when you had met with her before.
Okay.
When she was in her human
Once
form.
it's about that time, I'm gonna kind of look
Or
over
humanoid.
and sort of continue.
I'm gonna go up the tree.
Okay, go for it. Survival? Or no, acrobatics, sorry. Acrobatics.
It'd be 11.
11? You're able to do it this time.
Tell Jaga and Z to walk out visible in the clearing, but stay at the tree line as I walk up to the bush.
Now, you guys are still in the path heading towards that area.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not quite at the clearing where she was.
Okay.
You guys stopped about halfway towards where you were heading to that split
when
off.
we get to the clearing.
Okay. Okay.
Stay at the edge of the clearing.
I'm gonna look back and be like, Ivor, you sure you want to stay up there, bud?
And what is the attack order here? We have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so he's taking the lead. I'm right behind him. Jaga's like right beside me.
Yeah, they're like this.
I am in a tree. At the edge of the clearing.
No, we're not at the clearing yet.
You're not at the clearing yet, no.
Well, then I guess I'm going through. Never mind.
He's climbing across trees.
That's why I was like, you want to stay up there, bro?
Okay. So Jaga's gonna go ahead a little bit here.
Okay.
So he's gonna be out in front. You guys are at the split point where you saw the Jackalware jump when you see the spike trap.
Okay.
Okay. Where the bodies were there. They're still just there and they're just rotting. Looks like some animals have been like picking off and biting off them or whatever.
Sick. I'm gonna pull a couple teeth out of one.
Go for
Some
it.
hair.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's gross.
Ivor, one more
They're
vial.
putrid. There's putrid at this point.
So sorry. I'm gonna buy you vials. I promise.
I'm gonna.
A couple of them are bloated and their arms are hinged out like this. And they're just big old balloons.
What kind of
Couple them
animals?
already.
They were
The kobolds.
The kobolds?
Yeah.
The kobolds you guys killed that are in the pit.
They're in the pit now. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
guys
right. We did.
tossed them in the pit.
Yeah, we did toss them in the
Yeah.
pit. Okay.
It's a glass vial gonna come dropping out of a tree. Above P.
He's like, tink. Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just like let Jaga know. I'm like, hey Jaga, you know this is. Just be careful where you step.
Is Z by one of the bloated? Are you by one of the bloated ones?
Oh God, no! I'm outside the pit, bro. I'm like at a distance, just talking to Jaga. I'm like, Jaga, just be careful. You know, just let me know that there's traps. There's possible traps around the area, so just be aware.
And as you do, Jaga looks around. I think I hear something. Ready yourself.
Or about.
Okay. As you do,
I'm just standing there, just ready for anything.
you look around, and you are surrounded by 8 kobold.
8.
8 kobold.
No one move yet. Alara.
Nothing.
Jaga, don't do anything. Just stand your ground.
Roll for initiative.
Oh my god, for real right now?
17, so 18. What do we do, Pierre?
Do we have our cards, our initiation cards still?
Yeah. I got 18.
18.
I got 18 as well.
Harlow.
No.
You said low?
Yeah.
It is high. You'll go first.
Yep.
So before him.
Very well.
So you both had 18.
Same order. 1, 2, 3.
It's the same order?
Yep, the exact same order as the
I
giant.
mean, I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Look around.
You rolled a 3? Okay.
So, we kill him. And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at whichever one is nearest me.
Okay. We'll get a layout. Here's
Yeah,
some.
here.
Here's stuff. You just use those. Because there's 8, right?
There's
Do you
7
have
of
enough?
them. 7 of them. I need one more.
Here's this.
Okay. So they're surrounding us.
Yeah, they're surrounding you.
Okay. So I'm actually going to. All right. So I'll cast. Hold on. Where's my 5 goes off, and I'm going to use my Lance of Lethargy, so it'll slow whatever it hits by 10 feet. I'm gonna hit this one up here,
Okay.
and so 5.
5. Tell me how it goes down.
I just sort of shoot through it, and as I do, I say "Release!" And as I do it, you hear like this strange, raspy sort of "Laura!"
And you just see, as it passes through him, almost like 1,000 little needles at once. It just slowly starts taking away. And you just see him just get shredded as is the rest of his body falls in tatters.
Point my eyes that are usually glowing green and swirling. The swirls have sort of like frozen, but there's like almost like a warmth coming off my eyes.
Yeah, he's like illuminating the space around his head. Almost like a little pixie, which by the way, around you notice there's pixies observing what's happening. It's a fun little note. You're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna aim at the one that's like behind me. I'm gonna shoot it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
It goes off.
Okay.
So D10.
Did you take the one off the board that you killed?
No, sorry.
Okay.
So I'm swinging for 4 damage.
4 damage? Okay. So, and you hit it, and it's visibly shaken. It kind of blows it back, and eyes bloody, ears bloody. It kind of drops to one knee as it's sitting there breathing. And we take it over to Ivor.
From the top of the trees, a arrow's gonna come shooting out at this guy. I don't know why I'm trying tonight.
What'd you get? What'd you roll?
5, 9, 13.
13, it hits.
Right. 5.
5, which one did you shoot?
This one.
This near? Tell me how it goes down.
Arrow straight through the head.
And it does.
And
you
then
expertly just straight through right between the eyes, out the back of its head, and this one just sends it flying. It drops its short sword as it just falls straight back, its head pinned by the arrow.
And then for a bonus action, second wind on myself.
Okay.
For all my health back.
Okay. Boom. Now Jaga's gonna go ahead and take his turn. And he's gonna go ahead and get out his battle axe.
Oh, he has a battle
He
axe?
does have a battle axe. 1 second to get my dice for him. How I always end up with less of this than anything else. I feel like a D8. There it is. I feel like at some point during the night, someone asked for all of our D8s or something, and I never got like all of my D8s back. Or something.
I'm missing my blue D6.
I think it was.
Can you go ahead and advance Jaga over to this one right in front of him there? And he swings his battle axe at this kobold, just barely making contact, and as he does, he just expertly cleaves this thing straight through, starting at the shoulder all the way down through the ribcage and splitting out the bottom as he takes out that kobold. And we're gonna go ahead and move over to the kobolds now. Gonna have this kobold is gonna advance up and swing here. This one's gonna go here. I'm gonna kind of move everyone in first. Let's go ahead and move that one over to Ivor.
Is he coming up the tree?
Both of those there. Yep.
He's coming up the tree at me?
He's gonna throw an object at
okay.
you. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with. Actually, we'll start with Jagon to see if he gets the attack off on him, and he does. He's gonna go ahead and sling his dagger at Jagon. Gonna sink in for 4 points of damage. He's able to kind of resist this lunge as the kobold comes in. He grabs the blade as it sinks a little bit into his shoulder, but just the tip. And Jagon's rough, rugged hands are able to kind of take the brunt of that dagger blade as it kind of sinks in slightly into his shoulder. Is that you in the tree? I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Pierre.
Okay. Draconic, I'm gonna say yield.
Yield to them? Okay. Does 15 hit?
15 will hit, yep.
15 will hit. Okay. The first kobold swinging on you is going to go ahead and sink in for 4 damage.
Okay.
Slashing in, kind of like a surface area scratch across your shoulders, around your collarbone, as if he was trying to go for your neck, but just couldn't quite get the strike off. The second kobold.
Can I cast Protection?
You can. You can. Is that a spell slot, right?
I
can't remember what protection does exactly for you. Is it plus?
I don't have a book, so never mind.
It's fine. We got time. It's fine.
Oh, we don't. But I'll take the damage.
I was going to say we're
close. Okay. So, and you take 3 damage as the other one attempts to do the same thing, kind of cuts a little bit slower, just above both your pectoral muscles.
Okay.
Now we're gonna move over. So we got you. Ivor, right?
Yeah.
He's got a sling. He's gonna go ahead and start whipping up his sling and aims, and he lets it fly as it just zings by as he doesn't quite know your position up in the tree. Moving back over to Pierre.
Okay. Did I notice anything when they said yield?
No, they seemed unaffected by it whatsoever.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on one of them right in front of me.
Okay.
The spell will go off.
Okay.
10 points of damage.
Okay. And which one is it?
This one, I'm just sort of quickly just bashing it down. As I do, this one will get an attack of opportunity because I cast a spell in melee.
Okay.
But I'm also going to use my bonus action to use one of my healing lights on myself, which is my celestial trait, and I heal 6 hit points back plus my. So I heal all 7 back because it's 6 plus my level. So it's So I'm back at full health as a. But he does get an attack of opportunity.
This attack of opportunity, he gets a nat 20 on it, and he's gonna go ahead and swing in for 8 points of damage on that
16?
swing. No, 8 is his double.
8
is his double.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he hits me pretty good.
Yeah, he hits you right in the back, kind of sinks into your shoulder with his dagger. Now,
And Draconic, I'm gonna say, not bad.
and he's gonna kind of snarl back at you. Then we move over to Z.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Ultra's Blast this on the one right next to me.
Okay.
Spell goes off, just
Barely goes off. Is that the one you hit before?
What was that?
4.
Oh, baby.
Barely just goes off, so I'm swinging at this guy right
Is that
here.
the one you hit before? Or did you hit a different one before?
No, I hit the one behind me. So the one that stabbed Pierre is the one that I shot at.
Gotcha.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Sweet, I'll blow on it next turn.
I'm swinging for...
It was the adrenaline that gave him that dope opportunity attack.
It's a 5. So 8 points of damage.
Okay, tell me how it goes down.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Eldritch Blast into my hand. I'm gonna look at that ugly ass creature. I'm gonna aim for its chest. So I'm gonna blast the Eldritch Blast
And
right
it
through
just
his
goes
chest.
straight through it. You just see it, and you can kind of see what's passed through it on the other side of it as it then drops to its knees in your eye level. And,
I'm like looking at it.
and we have Ivar.
From the top. 16 plus 4 will obviously hit, right?
Yeah. 1 plus.
5.
Tell me how it goes down.
Another bolt straight through his head. I'm up there just.
Oh.
Is it a crossbow?
Yeah.
Where are you adding 5 from?
Oh.
So going
Oh, then no, it would just be 1 then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going forward.
You've
Cross
been-
bolts, no strength on it.
Yeah.
Because a cross bolt,
That would be
you
the
can't
hit.
like pull it back further. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
it
I
doesn't
didn't know
have a
that.
strength
Yeah.
modifier.
And we'll still go with it because that's.
Oh, yeah,
you know.
I didn't.
So yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
he goes down.
you're
So
fine.
how many do we have left on the board here?
Just 2.
Just the 2.
Man.
The 1 and that one over there.
Right.
Alright, Jaga. Let's be useful. So
All right, Jaga.
fuck
All
this
right.
up.
Axe the
Right, Jaga
battle axe is motherfucker.
is gonna go ahead and turn on the 1 in front of him there, and he does hit, and he hits it for 6, and again, just expertly, just same strike, same precision, straight through the shoulder, down to the ribcage, out. The kobold just slides in half as his body is just
My boy.
absolutely mangled.
I told you I can trust this man.
Now the last kobold, seeing this, is attacked by a ginormous entity, god, lion, dragon. Yeah, go ahead and grab her. And he goes to run.
Ooh, attack
From you.
opportunities. My favorite.
Yep.
I'm actually going to. I'm gonna hit him with an Eldritch Blast with the intent to zero him out, not kill him.
To knock him out.
Yep.
Okay. Make sure it goes off.
Does not go off.
Does not go off. So as you try to do that, he has the adrenaline pumping as he is hurt. He sees all of his comrades are out. He kind of catches over the glance of his shoulder that you're sending off another Eldritch Blast that he's seen decimate his allies, and he kind of ducks down as it just zings over his head, and he kind of darts off into the bushes and is gone.
7 Colbos. How much experience is that?
8 kobolds. They are 25 EXP each. So you're looking at 200 split.
Math it.
Am I wrong? I might be
No,
wrong.
you're right.
So we get 66.5%.
So just take 66.
66 XP.
300.
Ding, ding, Cena, ding.
Cool. All right. So my last line of the episode. It's sort of gonna be like, I told you, 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 I told you. Oh, Laura. I'm gonna look over at them like shocked. Well, shall we carry on?
I'm gonna kind of look confused a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at
look-
Z. I'm gonna look back at you and I'm gonna be like, okay. Actually, no, I don't say anything. I'm in a tree still. My bad.
I'm gonna look
I
at
didn't
you
hear
and
none of
like,
that.
would you like a potion for your wounds?
I'm good. I'm good. I'll eat a foxberry, a couple foxberries.
Now, one thing to know about the foxberries, they are a full meal per. So that's one thing to note. So if you were to take 3 foxberries, yes, you get 6 HP, but you might be fairly sick because it would be the equivalent of eating 6 plates of food at once, or what would a full meal be for you?
I'm gonna take 2, so I'll
Okay.
be at 10.
Okay, so you're just be
points.
very, very full,
Yeah.
and you're gonna know it. So
Jaga, like, how do you feel? Are you okay?
I'm ready to go. Is that all they got?
Would you like a berry for your wound?
I've got my own, thank you. And he's gonna pull out a foxberry.
Okay. All right, very well. I'm gonna put my berry back in my pocket, and I'm gonna look at
I want your berry, man.
I'm gonna look at Pierre. I'm like, shall we go to
pocket
the
berries.
meeting spot to see if Laura is there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that. So thank you again so much for watching today's episode 4 of Adventaria Voliguard. If you like this episode, please like, share, leave a comment, subscribe. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you again next Tuesday for episode 5.
I'm gonna grab my bag and get dressed real quick.
If I'm not mistaken,
Right back.